and action.
This is Bruce Buffer, and this is the moment you've all been waiting for. It's time for the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
No way.
From the Solstice Studios of Arizona, UFC Fight Island recap. Hardy versus Herb Dean. Let's get it on with the MMA-Holes. Yeah, baby. What's going on? It's Monday night. It's the MMA-Holes Hour. What episode is this? I don't even know anymore. I didn't even say it on the thumbnail anymore. Let's guess.
I'm going to say episode 1...
Something.
30
who cares?
Something? I don't know.
We'll put it in the description, I guess. I hope everyone's wonderful, as we discuss a jam-packed... What am I saying jam-packed for? We discussed a card that happened on Saturday. It was it had some good moments in it. It had its ups and downs, and it had some feistiness from a commentator against a referee, and a lot of things to chat about. JBH, how are you tonight?
I'm wonderful, Moss. How are you?
Wonderful.
He touched me, Jesse.
Yeah.
He touched me. He touched Mike Perry, too. Mike Perry touched Platinum Princess. I saw this in the Discord. Pulse dropped it in there. And, yeah, she's got something to talk about. Maybe we'll talk about that later, too. I don't know if you guys want to talk about the Platinum Princess crowbarring herself back into the news. Yeah, so let's get this party started. We have an hour of show. You want to recap the card? You want to talk? We want to talk about JBH.
Let's recap the card. And
all right.
Then we'll go into the news and we'll talk about what you guys thought and
okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's recap this shite.
Okay.
Because that's what we do over here. We're a bunch of recappers.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Let me... Beep, 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 beep. I don't know what that is. All right, so Robert Whittaker defeats Darren Till, main event action, and it was an okay fight. I mean, apparently Darren Till hurt himself early in the fight. His knee was a balloon.
My foot was a balloon.
And it didn't seem like that as the fight was going on. It seemed like he was fine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was lackluster at moments. Robert Whittaker said it was like the most... What did he say? What was the exact words? The most technical striking match he's had? Something like that.
That's what he said?
Yeah.
Adesanya wasn't the most technical striking match he's had?
No.
What?
You know why? You know why Adesanya wasn't? Because
What?
Because Izzy just waited for Robbie to make mistakes.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Oh my, I do not agree with that at all.
Well, how about this then, Jesse? Israel Adesanya, after the fight, said he wanted to still fight Darren Till because of how
Good for
technical
him.
he fought. So Adesanya agrees with Whittaker. What about that, Jess?
That doesn't mean he agrees with them. It just means that he wants a striker that he knows he can win against.
Oh, Jesse, even Adesanya agrees with me, for God's sakes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, doesn't agree with me. Agrees with Robert Whittaker, who said it was a technical matchup, a technical delight. Listen, it wasn't the greatest fight. I saw Ariel say that he thoroughly enjoyed the fight, and all right. It was interesting in the beginning, the first round going into the second round, and then all of a sudden it was just like, all right, do something, man.
But
like,
Darren Till wants Adesanya too, right?
well, of course he does. Darren Till can't get Adesanya now. I mean, why would he want Adesanya now? I mean, come on. You just lost. What do you want to do? Like, was it a sympathy fight? Like, all right, let's throw him. Let's get
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, he's not Aldo. That's for sure. Darren Till, listen, he's a feisty guy. He's fun-loving. But let's be serious. A lot of people fell in love with his shtick, including you. Now explain
Darren
yourself.
Till?
Yes.
It
You
wasn't a
picked him
shtick.
over. You picked him over Whitaker. Why?
Because I believed he could win. He was at a completely different division. Every time we've seen him, it was at a division lower. So we knew that his weight cuts were bad, and I had a feeling that those might have been the culprit for his unwillingness to win. So I had good belief that him fighting at middleweight against Robert Whitaker, who was clearly a defeated man over the past couple of months.
Wait, what?
I thought that Darren Till was going to take the win. I genuinely believed it.
But after watching this fight, and you saw Whitaker fought a lot more intelligent this time. He wasn't going crazy with his barrage attacks.
He looked scared still.
No, I
Don't
didn't
let
see-
him
what are
fool
talking
you.
about?
He
Scared?
was scared.
What is he scared of?
Scared of
All right,
getting
listen.
knocked out again.
All right, you're crazy. You're absolutely crazy.
Scared.
I like Darren Till. He's grown on me with his shtick as of late, but I'm realist when it comes to Darren. Listen, the guy's not he's not a champion. You know, he's a novelty fighter. He's one of those guys that's fun in the lead up. You know, you get pumped up to watch him fight, but this guy is not a champion. Now, the thing that he has going for him, he's still young. He's 27 years old. So you never know. And maybe he falls into a situation where he has a better opponent or an opponent that he favors well against. People were saying that this is, I forgot who was actually saying it. Someone was saying, I can't remember who the fuck it was, that this is one of those toss-up fights. Like, if these guys keep on running it back, it could go any way. No! Whitaker beats him every time.
Nah.
Yes.
Nah.
Whitaker beats him
If
every
they
time.
went back at it, I would still go for Till.
You know what this was? This was a tune-up fight for Whitaker. That's what it was. It was a tune-up fight for Bobby Knuckles, the Reaper.
What makes you say tune-up fight? I mean, I think it was pretty good competition given the fact that Darren Till was injured in the fight.
Whitaker was fighting to just get himself back together. That's what it was. He was fighting very smart. Both fighters were showing good footwork and head movement, and they had their moments in the fight. Both of them did. And I guess it was kind of close for what you want to say, but I don't see it. I honestly, I think Darren Till is a fun fighter to watch, but let's just pump the brakes on this guy. He's not a champion. He
Sure
doesn't
he is.
have it in him. He doesn't have it in his heart. He doesn't have a championship
That's
heart.
a fucked up thing to say.
He doesn't. Hold the gate open,
disagree.
Darren. Hold that gate open for everyone else, because that's what you are. You're a gatekeeper.
He's not a
Let's be
gatekeeper.
serious.
Stop it.
He's a Gaylord
You're
keeper.
reaching.
He is.
You're reaching.
Oh well, listen. That's my opinion.
If they went back at it, I would give Till the win.
All right. Let's see what the chat says. Let's see what they say about this. And hello, chat room on a Monday night.
Brad Thompson says the fight was disappointing, but the card overall was great. Boss Kogar, Chucky Nuckies, wonderful JBH Moss, and all in the Maple Kush,
Wonderful,
says D. Brown. Thwaites says he doesn't yet. Tim F says he's like 27, he's got time. Dorelius Johnson says Till said knee stomps should be illegal, but he does that to other fighters. I got no respect for that lame fuck. Anyway, is JBH cucking over Till?
Connor, what do you say?
Cucking is not the right word for it.
Yeah, I don't know if that's the right way to put it, but I see what you're trying to say. Yeah, so Darren Till gets kicked with the John Jones shot. You know, the right to the kneecap. And Daniel Cormier was talking about today and saying how, you know, he finds that strike completely fine because it's easy to avoid it. It's easy to kind of check that type of kick, and you won't get hurt. And what happened? Robert Whitaker uses this attack. I haven't really seen Robert Whitaker use it that much. Maybe he has, and I don't recall him doing it. But it was a smart move because it worked. He got injured in the first round, and then that was it. It was over. So what are you going to do? You know, it happens. Shit happens. It's you know, at first when I saw John Jones do this, and I see like Holly Holm, a lot of people from Jackson Wink like to use this move. It's legal. So for me to kill a person for doing it at first,
Yeah, listen, as long as it's a legal move, it's fine.
it's legal. Like, I mean, let's be serious. If it wasn't a legal shot, then I would say, okay, well, that's dirty, but it is legal. So I can't really.
In fairness,
Now, if he's coming forward with his fingers gouging eyeballs, that's a different story.
in fairness, and this is just as an example, I'm just playing devil's advocate. Fighters putting their hand over the nose and mouth of their opponent is legal also, but that's pretty dirty if you ask me.
Well, here's the thing. It's a fight, and it's a cage fight, right?
Right.
So, yes, there should be rules because there are certain things that would be completely ridiculous. Like, you can't kick him in the nuts. That would be ridiculous. No nad shots. But it is a cage fight with 4-ounce gloves. It's a brutal sport. And to say that move they should get rid of something like that. I mean, yeah, he does need surgery. He does need knee surgery apparently because of this. But fighters get surgery after fights all the time and other things. So what are you going to remove elbows, knees? You know, like it's part of the game. I feel that's fine, and that's all really matters. It's all about me, you know.
Oh, God.
That's that. But listen, was the fight great? No, it was interesting for moments, but I'll forget about it. Robert Whittaker needed this win in the worst way. He did what he had to do to win, and now the question is, what's next? I mean, do you throw him back in there with the winner of Adesanya and Costa? Bless you.
Thank you.
Do you run it back with Romero again? Like Romero's got Uriah Hall coming up. Like, what would you say for a Robert Whittaker? What should be next for him?
Oh, man, this is difficult, you see. So you got Adesanya versus Paula Costa coming up. And I would say Robert Whittaker deserves a rematch, but we don't know who's going to win between Adesanya and Costa. Well, really, Adesanya's going to win. If Adesanya wins, I say, boom, rematch Whittaker. That's
okay, so you say he should get the rematch.
If Adesanya wins.
Even though he got smoked quick.
Jared Cannonier is still looking for a dancing partner, and I think that would make a hell of a fight. Jared Cannonier.
Cannonier is a guy that everyone keeps on looking past, and he should be fighting for a strap.
Yes, but then some people would argue, oh, that fight doesn't make sense because Robert Whittaker's at number 1. He should be fighting the winner of the title. That's what they're going to argue. They're going to say, why would you give Whittaker Cannonier? Because it's just a fluff fight. And why would you let Whittaker risk losing that fight and not getting his opportunity at a rematch?
Mm-hmm. So then what is... All right, so you would say...
So I would say Whittaker fights the winner of Adesanya Costa, but if the UFC does not put that together immediately, then they're going to give him Cannonier.
Okay. So there you go. That's JBH's 2 cents. Yeah, I like him waiting for the winner of Costa and Adesanya too. I want to see them run that back. If Izzy wins, I want to see them run it back. And if Costa wins, holy shit, Robert Whittaker's in trouble. Because, I mean, you saw what Romero did in the second fight to him. And is Robert the same fighter he was before? Who knows? You know, maybe his soul was taken, and he's not exactly the same fighter he was before. We'll see, but I'd like to see him get the winner of that. Now you have, like I said, you have Romero versus Uriah Hall. You have a guy in Edmund Shabazian versus Derek Brunson. That's happening this Saturday, which I freaking love. I don't care about Holly Holm and Aldana anymore. That ship has sailed. I like this fight a lot because you got this 22-year-old stud that is just cruising right up the middleweight rankings. And there was speculation, Ariel said, that he likes Shabazian versus Darren Till. Would you like to see that fight?
Shabazian and Till?
Yes. If Shabazian beats Brunson.
Yeah.
Right? And for some odd reason,
then Till
I'm not sure
would
why.
be the gatekeeper.
I don't even know why Till's ranked as high as he is. At middleweight, he really did skip the line.
If they throw Shabazian at Till, like if Shabazian wins against Brunson and they throw him at Till, then you can call Till a gatekeeper.
Well, I mean, why do you say that?
Because then you know the UFC's using Darren Till just to move other fighters up the rankings.
Well, I mean, look at the rankings. Look at him right now. Shabazian's 9 and Brunson's 8, right? Darren Till's sitting at 5. You got Hermanson, you got Gastelum, who already fought Till, and that fight was complete trash, right? So what are you gonna do? You don't move him up, so do you have him fight Hermanson, which is an interesting one,
or do you shoot him all the way up to Cannonier?
Why would you make him move up after he lost? How does that happen?
No, not Till.
That's what I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about Till. I'm talking about Darren Till.
Yeah, Till. Yeah, listen, I'm not saying that fight wouldn't happen. I would be down for it. But I think after that fight, then he would be a pure gatekeeper.
But what fight do you think should be next for Till? Is what I'm saying. I mean, let's scratch the fact that you want him to move up because that doesn't make any sense.
I don't mind the Shabazian fight. I just don't like that would literally be a fight used to move Shabazian up.
So the winner of Shabazian and Brunson, you would like to see fight Till, or what about Hermanson? I mean, he should be healthy. Actually, no, it doesn't matter. Till needs surgery, so Till's gonna be sitting around anyway. Yeah, you can't even throw Jack at him. It doesn't make sense right now.
Why don't they throw Hermanson at Cannonier?
Shit, if Till needs surgery, that's gonna set him back for a little bit, right? I don't know how that knee surgery that he's gonna be getting. I don't know. Yeah, what are we even talking about matchups? The dude's going to go under the knife.
Why don't they throw Hermanson at Cannonier? And then Shabazian Brunson's going to fight. The winner, which is probably going to be Shabazian.
Hermanson Cannonier would be fun.
Yeah. And then Shabazian fights...
If Shabazian beats Brunson, he will catapult.
Shabazian could fight the winner of Hermanson Cannonier.
I'm telling you, Shabazian, the UFC is going to try to push this kid hard. You know, 22 years old. They want him to be like the youngest champ and all that bullshit. Ronda Rousey's his... mentor / manager. Should be interesting. That's gonna be a fun card this weekend. But let's move on. Let's look at what else we had on this Saturday night. Excuse me. Shogun versus Nogueira. I made a critical mistake in my goat milk, and I don't even know what the hell I was thinking when I wanted Rua to win. I mean, I was gonna pick him, and then fucking Nogueira it pops up. I have no idea why. Let's give it to Nogueira. He made it fun. And this fight, even though it was an old man slugfest, I thoroughly enjoyed. Split decision. Yeah. Shogun gets the 3-peat sweep. I don't know what you want to call it. And that's that.
3-peat sweep?
I don't know. I don't know what you want to call it.
Yeah, I agree. This is shockingly a good fight. You know what it was? You knew Nog is going to retire. Shogun could have gone either way, really. But at the end of the day, these are two legends of fighters, and you didn't expect the type of action that we saw. Nog looked like he needed a cane getting into the octagon. And Shogun, I mean, his body is just so beat up from all of his fights in the past. Like you expected it to be slow and, you know.
I didn't expect it to be slow, but I didn't expect it to be like that much
not
fun.
Action packed.
Yeah, it was great. It was pleasantly surprising. I thought it was just going to be dominating by Shogun, I thought. But Nogueira, he hung in there. Now we move to the next one over here, and this one was real interesting.
This fight makes me so angry.
Okay, so this ended very quick. Werdum decided to pull out his bag of tricks. The submissione made Gustafsson look terrible. Like, just twist him into a pretzel. Now, I just want to say this. Werdum is a legend of the sport. He was a champion, had one of the more amazing runs at heavyweight. So I don't want to discredit that. But at the same time, I will discredit that because he was caught cheating, right? And there's going to be like an asterisk next to his name because he was cheating and, he got suspended for it. He wasn't happy with his suspension, but, I mean, you're cheating. And then he has the fight against Olenek, which he looked like complete horseshit. And then this one, he's all shredded up. And I honestly believe he's on steroids because in Fight Island, apparently they're not testing over there. And just took it to Gustafsson, a fat, overweight Alexander Gustafsson.
I wasn't on board with you saying that he was cheating and stuff because I said, well, if he gets back to the States or to, or wherever he's training and they test him afterwards, they can make it a no contest fight. They can change the result of the fight. But then when he retired and you said, well, that was the nail in the coffin, that's when I was kind of on board with what you're saying. It makes more sense now that he retired because now the UFC can suspend him if he was caught cheating.
Yeah, he was upset with the UFC and how they treated him with his suspension. And then he's going to leave the UFC and go somewhere else. And, I mean, everything, it all lines up. It all adds up here. Werdum is probably juicing, and good for him. If he can get away with it, good for him. He just made just a mockery of Gustafsson.
We can't rule out the fact that maybe Gustafsson just isn't himself at heavyweight.
Something during a pandemic.
D-rests.
I am not the one.
I am not the one. What are you, Keanu Reeves? What's going on here? What's going on? Is this the Matrix? Thank you, D-Rest.
Wonderful.
And that's the first donation of the night. Thank you very much, D-Rest. You are wonderful, wonderful. Appreciate that. He's not the one. But Gustafsson, yeah, maybe you might be onto something here. Maybe he is not. I mean, he's a big dude.
Well, he looked good going in. He looked energized. He looked ready. He looked like he belonged at heavyweight. And he said that he doesn't really know where the future is, but he expects to continue fighting at heavyweight. So I'm not saying that he wasn't ready at heavyweight. I'm saying we can't rule out that possibility simply because Werdum has a history of steroids. Maybe Gustafsson just wasn't ready.
Yeah, well, maybe Gustafsson is holding gates open like Till. Maybe that's what's going on here, right? Maybe he likes
the new
to hold
heavyweight gatekeeper.
I mean, he did it at light heavyweight, and now he's doing it at heavyweight. Maybe that's what's going on.
was the heavyweight gatekeeper.
Yeah, I don't see Gus doing anything at heavyweight, to be honest. I really don't. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he bounces back and nah. Well, you know what? You look at the heavyweight rankings, and it's kind of a mishmash. Let me take a peek at this. Hold on. Let's go. Let's scroll. Scroll away. Did I pass it?
Heavyweight keeper.
The heavyweight keeper. Yeah, there we go. All right. So you got Stipe, who is fighting DC. You got Francis. Yeah. Sorry. Sorry, Gustafson. That's not happening. Curtis Blades would bend him and just hump the shit out of him. I think Derek Lewis beats him. Even though he is faster than Lewis, I feel like Lewis can clip him. Dos Santos. I think Dos Santos beats him too. Fuck this. Gustafson, no. Nope. Rosenstrike knocks him out. Overeem would beat him. Yeah. Nope. Sorry, Gus. Sorry. I don't see it.
Oh, God.
Even down to Wolf
You're
Harris.
not even going to give him a slight chance here?
Nope. Zero chance.
Alistair Overeem?
Zero chance.
Against Overeem?
Overeem knocks his head off.
What?
Yes. Knocks him right out.
Get the fuck out of here.
He knocks him to the
Overeem
moon.
has a glass chin, too.
Overeem would knock him to the moon.
I
He would
don't
run him
know.
over. Flatten him.
I would argue that maybe he stands a chance against Overeem.
Nope. Don't see it. Sorry, Gus.
Gatekeeper Gus.
Gatekeeper Gus. That's right.
Gus Keeper.
All right. And Esparza had a very impressive win over Marina Rodriguez. It was a split decision, but it was
awesome
a war.
Fight.
Paul Craig got it done. The submission triangle choke. Fantastical stuff. Oliveira gets the win unanimous over Sabota. Oliveira looking good as of late. And here we go. Here we go, buddy. Here we go.
You need explosive music.
Here we go. We are seeing it again. Another Khabib.
Super chat.
Super chat.
Cannonier has a win over Jack already by TKO.
Well, there you go. There you go. I completely forgot about that. Thank you.
So then that wipes out that idea.
Yeah. The Joker got knocked out. Hey, the Joker's been finished a bunch of times. So...
Why not a rematch?
That's right. I forgot about Cannonier.
Why not a rematch? Rematch.
Nah. Then if that's the case, no. I'm saying no, Jesse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna veto that, and I'm gonna say
and
no.
what is your alternative?
My alternative is Cannonier should probably fight the winner of what's it called? Whitaker and Romero. Whitaker
What?
and Adesanya and Costa.
What?
Yes. Give him a shot. Yep. Pass Bobby.
So fuck Whitaker?
Yes. And the reason why I'm gonna say fuck Whitaker
fight?
because Cannonier, I'm sick of him being shelved.
Okay, but what
Give him a
happens
shot.
with Whitaker?
Make him fuck Adesanya. Make him fuck him to the ground.
Right.
And beat him up.
But what happens with Whitaker now?
What happens to it? He waits.
Now that Cannonier has jumped.
You know what? He got knocked out by Izzy. Okay? He got knocked out by Izzy. And in this fight versus Till, did he look spectacular? No.
You just got done
I
saying
changed
that.
it. That's it. Because Hermanson, I don't want to run him back.
I can't with you.
He knocked out
You're
Hermanson.
flippity-floppity.
Nope. Put Cannonier up there. That's it. I changed my mind. I'm allowed to do that. I'm the host.
I'm not allowed to change my mind.
You can. You can do whatever you want. But Cannonier gets the shot. That's it, Dana. Listen to me.
Oh, God.
Bobby Knuckles waits. Bobby waits. Cannonier gets the shot. Thank you.
Well, you know what? I don't disagree with that simply because Whitaker, it's tough enough to get for the UFC to get him to fight anyways. Whitaker constantly is shelving himself.
That is the biggest problem with Bobby. And listen, me and him, we're so close. I call him Bobby now, just.
Yeah.
Robert Whitaker as a champion was one of the better at middleweight. He was a lot of fun. The problem was he couldn't stay healthy. He had a lot of
active
issues. Well, that's because of his health. If it wasn't for him getting injured or his intestines falling out of his asshole, this guy could have hung in there and been one of the best, right? But unfortunately, that's not the case.
His intestines falling out of his asshole.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now. Cannonier. I don't understand though. Why do people not want to see Cannonier fight for a belt? I don't understand. Why? This guy he's an animal.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, roasted. Boom, roasted. You suck. Boom, roasted.
He could be a problem for Izzy.
First day at the new job.
Woo!
Congrats, Mike H. Cheers.
Michael H.
Mugs.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Congratulations. Thank you, Pale Monkey. That was a nice donation. All right. Amateur fans, listen. I'm telling you right now.
That sounds like someone who has insecurities about being an amateur fan.
I'm telling you right now.
Oh, shit.
Hold on. What is Rule 12? I'm telling you right now. Okay?
Yikes, Moss.
This is the fight that we need to have. Okay? You want Robert Whitaker to get another shot at Adesanya if he wins. But Adesanya did finish him. Okay? The more I think about it, Cannonier makes more sense. The guy is a stud. The guy deserves the shot. And this is not amateur hour. This is Cannonier hour. Give him the title shot, Jesse. What do you think?
Yeah.
That's right. Okay, let's move on to this dude over here. The next Khabib. The beard says it all. This man is 7-0 Everyone is jumping aboard. Now, I can't get too crazy about this guy because the dude that he just killed, he was supposed to kill, plus 750. The guy had 6 days notice. Had to fly to Abu Dhabi to get slaughtered. So I can't go too crazy. But yes, I do see a lot of promise in this Khamzat Chimaev. Jesse, what do you think? Is this guy the real deal?
Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
You're going to say yes. Now, is it because you fancy the bearded men?
That's exactly why.
All right. So what do you think now? You can't move this guy up too fast, or can you? Do you just throw him right to the wolves? He's 26 years old. He's finishing people really quick. Would you throw him up there quickly?
Yes.
Wow.
You have something in your beard. Saving it for later?
That's a crumb. Part of my dinner. Is it in my beard? My hot chicken bowl? Is it my hot chicken face? Get some of that out of me? How much to eat that?
That's disgusting. I'm not eating that.
Wonderful.
We give you the content here. That's what happens when you eat dinner 5 minutes before the fucking show. All right, so what do you think about this guy? Give me the story. Give me the news.
Okay, so Chimaev is actually calling out Conor McGregor, Danis, and Maya. Which Danis? Danis? The fuck?
Yeah, they were going back, and it was so stupid. But all right, he wants to get his name out there. I don't blame him.
According to Low Kick MMA, Khamzat Chimaev is the UFC's new...
What's this picture?
I don't know. It won't show up for some reason.
All right.
You can just click the link and it'll show his picture.
That's weird. It's
if
creepy.
If you want to do that, click the link there, yeah. Yeah, see? Is the new UFC's newest, big star, as he's gone 2-0 in just 10 days since making his debut back at UFC Fight Island. He absolutely mauled John Phillips in his promotional debut, outstriking his 124-2 in total strikes and securing the Darce choke finish in round 2. 10 days later, the UFC Fight Island 3, he went down to his natural weight class of 170 pounds and TKO'd Rhys McKee.
Super chat.
Hold on, Travis is coming in.
Rat lip.
Yeah, the rat lip. Hey, your rat lip.
Rat lip?
Whoops.
Wonderful.
I don't know.
wonderful.
I'm just
What
going
is
with it. Rat lip.
Rat lip?
Thank you, Travis. Appreciate the donation. Shout out to Rat Lip. Or Hot Dog Bottom Lip. A lot of lips.
Outstriking him 68-0 in total strikes, Chimaev is one of the most dominant fighters in the entire sport already, and he's only 8-0 as a professional. Following his win over McKee at the post-fight press conference, he was asked if Donald Cerrone was still a fight he wanted. He has the following to say on this matchup. Quote, "Yeah, he has a good name, but I know this guy's not on my level. I'm going to smash him for 1 or 2 rounds. I'm going to beat him easy money for me, but he have good name. I'm only 2 fights in the UFC." Conor McGregor also took to social media following Chimaev's win over McKee. The picture is a snapshot from Chimaev's phone. McGregor later deleted the post. Oh, rat lip. See, Conor posted.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Where is it? He deleted it? Wait,
deleted it,
Hold
yeah.
on a second. Wait, where is it? Oh, wait, is it here or no?
Yeah, it's right there.
Oh, okay. So he calls him rat lip?
It's
What does that mean?
a screenshot from his phone or something. I don't know. Chimaev responded to him with this statement saying,
Wait, how do you know he was talking about him?
I guess, I don't know. I don't know.
Is there some sort... I don't... What the hell?
And then Chimaev says, "Tap Machine King, Chicken Heart, Dana White, I'm hungry, give me dessert."
What is going on? Why do I not understand what's going on here?
So I'm
what's rat
assuming
lip
Conor
mean?
called him a rat lip and Chimaev responded.
Why did he...
I don't know.
I'm so confused. Can
I
anyone
don't
explain this to me? Face is deformed, Moss, therefore rat lips. Oh, so he's saying he looks like a rat? Well, he does look like a rat. He's not wrong.
Okay.
Then how do you know he was talking about it?
I don't know. Dylan
Like, he's
Dennis,
like, God damn it. He knows that I'm part rat? Like,
Dylan Dennis also took to social media to say something about Chimaev, though he's in Bellator. Too bad the UFC won't do cross-promotion fights because this would be very interesting to see. Dennis, although I disagree, Dennis might only be 2-0 at this point in his career, but he's one of the best grapplers in the sport, as Chimaev also appears to be, and they only have a combined total of 10 fights. Dylan Dennis said, "I'd sub Chimaev easy," with a laughing face. Chimaev then responded, I smash you with my eyes closed.
yeah, that's probably true.
Chimaev also called out Damian Maia following his win on Saturday, stating that he respects him and sees him as a legend, stating, sorry, you're next.
During a pandemic.
De-raced.
JBH is not going to beat Moshini.
All right. I feel like
we're reading code tonight from everybody.
Thank you, D-Rest. I appreciate it.
He also said he'd like to compete again at UFC 252 on August 15th, and Dana White said he'd make it happen. How crazy would that be to go from 6-0 to 9-0 in exactly to the day 1 month's time? Making his UFC debut and going 3-0 inside of a month would be insane. He already broke a record for 2 fights and 2 wins in 10 days. Hopefully they can make it happen, and we get to see him again. He's incredibly entertaining to watch. He really is just like a lankier version of UFC lightweight champ Khabib Nurmagomedov.
Well, listen, I mean, I still can't understand, like, people are saying because he has a cleft, that's why they... I mean, he called him rat lip, but how does he know he's talking about him? It doesn't make any sense. Like, I could say if he said, hey, Chimaev, you're a rat lip or some shit like that. Then I would say, but why are we... I don't understand.
Rat lip.
He just puts rat lip, and all of a sudden Chimaev's like, he's talking about me.
Maybe he's called him that before.
So strange. Maybe, I don't know. But Chimaev is an interesting character. And could you imagine if this guy turns out to be the real deal and you have Usman sitting at top over there and that grappling, those guys going at it with each other?
Yeah.
That would be fascinating. It's because of his cleft lip. Yeah, but I think you guys are missing what I'm saying. He just goes rat lip. So Chimaev...
He knows why he called him a rat lip, but he's saying, how did Chimaev
know? Like, how does Chimaev know he's talking about it? Like... You hear what I'm saying? Like, he just goes rat lip. So Chimaev, like, going back at him, he's
such a
assuming,
general comment.
Yeah, he's assuming it's about him. How is this so hard for me to explain to you? I don't know. Like, it just says rat lip. Like, if someone goes...
I understand your lingo, Moss.
If someone goes like this, ginger beard, am I going to get on Twitter and be like, how dare you? Large head. Oh, you feisty fuck you. Like, how does he know? Like,
he could be talking about anybody.
Oh, he has a cleft. So does that mean like everyone with a cleft lip is going to be like, oh, he's talking about me? Think about it. Like, does it make any fucking sense? It's not. I mean, come on. What's going on? I feel like there's a part of the story that's missing. Anyway, I hope the guy is the real deal because it would be fun if Khabib is on his way out and says he only has 2 fights left, and you have the Khabib clone with this guy, same fucking beard, just bigger. Yes. Let's do this. This is great. The UFC's got to be foaming at the mouth.
Yeah.
You know?
Yes, sir. All right. Well, I got another good story for you, Moss.
Give it to me.
Corey Anderson suffered a pretty interesting facial injury.
It's a balloon.
My foot was a balloon.
And he has been cleared to fight again.
Well, did you see the recovery, though? The pictures?
I did not.
Yeah, he looks fine.
But let me read you the story first, and then you can show the pictures.
This picture looks like a black Rocky Dennis.
Okay.
Blackie Dennis.
According to TMZ, terrifying news about UFC star Corey Anderson, who's revealing suffered massive facial injuries during a medical emergency back in February. But this story has a happy ending. The UFC's number 4 ranked light heavyweight has recovered and is clear to fight again. Here's the deal. Anderson blacked out and collapsed on a gravel road on February 21st, less than a week after suffering a knockout loss to Jan Blachowicz at UFC Fight Night. Anderson, who's a real outdoorsman, said he was scouting some land on February 21st when something went wrong and he was raced to the emergency room for treatment. Anderson says he spent 5 days in the ER with doctors trying to figure out what happened. He said all but one said it was due to major concussion and lack of water and food after hiking through the woods for hours. One doctor would tell me it was my heart, that my heart had stopped beating and it could happen again, but next time in a fight.
Oof.
Anderson says the diagnosis hit like a ton of bricks. Instantly, my wife's face changed and my emotions as well.
So did your face change? Jesus.
The 30-year-old says he continued to see doctors for months and underwent 2 very painful outpatient heart procedures to find more evidence to go along with that one doctor's notes.
While he was in the hospital, did he ask the doctor why his nipples are shaped the way they are? Because they are really weirdly shaped.
He had put a complete halt to my career as a fighter until it was clear my heart was safe to compete. The good news, Anderson says the recovery has been going well, and last Monday he was cleared to fight again. He said, quote, as of last Monday night, I left the hospital for a final time after my last procedure with clearance note in hand and the doctor telling me, congrats, Mr. Anderson, I can let you go back to beating people up. He adds, this whirlwind 5 months have put a lot of things into perspective, and as a veteran fighter who in the past has just fought with reckless abandon with no care for the rest and mental health long as I can keep fighting, I advise you other fighters to look after your health. Anderson continued to offer advice to young fighters by saying, if you took some big shots to your head in a fight or practice, take the proper time to recover. It took me having my son sitting there looking at me in my hospital bed to realize there's real life after fighting, and I want to be here to enjoy it. Anderson also thanked the UFC for helping him to get the medical care he needed.
Yeah, that's pretty messed up, man. This is Conor Hernandez's guy. Now look at him. He's like Wolverine. Just getting back. Just healing back up. Look at that. Look at that.
But when you have heart problems, would you want to go back inside the cage?
Is it me or does he look like Kanye West? Right? He could be related to Kanye in this picture.
In that picture.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not in these pictures.
Now he's Kanye burned. Yeah, if you had heart issues. But if it's all you know, if it's everything that you do and, your whole life has led up to this point, who cares? Just go for it. The doctor clears him. He's good to go. Let's do it. I'm glad he's healed up. Looking to see what happens next for Corey Anderson.
Yeah.
Burnt face Anderson.
Who takes selfies in the hospital.
I like this picture though. He's like, hey, look at my burnt face. Like a big smile on his face.
I don't think it's a burn.
Hey, here's my baby, and I look like Two-Face from Batman.
Mr. Anderson.
That's the Matrix, Jesse.
Yeah.
Oh.
You didn't hear what the doctor said to him? He said, congratulations, Mr. Anderson.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Anderson. So that pic was from February? I'm assuming so, yeah. That's what he's saying. That's
Boom,
in February.
roasted. Boom, roasted. You suck. Boom, roasted.
Boom.
Your niggas see what the Platinum Horse face just posted?
Yes.
Check Insta.
Yes, that's a little piece of gold.
Thank you, Vlad. Yeah, we spoke about that at the very beginning of the show, and we'll touch on it now.
All right.
He touched me.
Platinum Princess posted a picture on Instagram of Mike Perry covering her mouth with the following caption: I'm done being silent. What happened is not okay. It's never acceptable.
It's still
happening every day to others. It's time for someone to speak up, to be brave, and to tell the truth. I'm ready to talk. Who's ready to listen?
Man, she's so annoying.
That's my boy Corey. Best motivator in the game.
There he is.
Love you all. You guys are the best. Shout out Drunken H. Justin Jr. Nick C. And sorry to anyone else I missed. Love you, no homo. No homo fu Paolo Izzy will crush him.
Yeah, you should be looking forward to that fight. Thank you, Conor. Look at that, Jesse. Conor Hernandez, he swooped in. He's watching. So what do you think, Jess?
Listen, I have my reservations, as with any situation like this.
Super chat.
Travis.
Rat eye.
Thank you, Travis. Now we understand. Thank you. Appreciate it.
I always want to give the benefit of the doubt that something happened, but at the same time, you always wonder, are they telling the truth? Like, are they doing this for the publicity?
Nah.
But here's where I stand. She already has her publicity. She has all the fame she needs. She's an Instagram model. She does her thing. So
no one cares about her, though.
No, well, a lot of people do. A lot of people on her Instagram do. So she's clearly not doing this because she needs the attention. I think she's actually speaking out. And honestly, Mike Perry is clearly unstable. Clearly.
Oh, man. Oh,
so
God.
I would not be surprised.
You don't think she's unstable?
Oh, I think she's 100% unstable.
Listen, Mike is unstable. There's no doubt about it. But
I think they both may have contributed to an abusive relationship.
First of all, you know what's abusive? Those two weird-ass parts that he has on the side of his head. What is that? It looks like Frankenstein, and they just that's not his head. Like they just plopped on some other dead person's head and then just threw a brain in there. Like, what the hell kind of haircut? What is going on? What's up with those parts? Anyway, that is the Platinum Princess. And for those of you who don't know, Mike Perry had an interesting relationship with the Platinum Princess. They were on and off. They got married out of nowhere. She was in his corner before the other girlfriend was in this corner, and she shouted out some very interesting things while she was in the corner. Just dysfunctional relationship, the two of them. And they were nauseating as well. And all of a sudden he pops up with the new car. You know, the lease was up on her, and he moved on. And now she falls off the face of the earth. But Kevin from Chicago said this in the chat, that she's still the Platinum Princess official, right? Okay? Mm-hmm. Something right there tells me she just can't let it go, man. She's still she's not the Platinum Princess anymore.
Listen, I think, and this is where I can kind of chip in from a female's perspective, and I try to leave the female perspective out of this show, but with a situation like this, females get attached in a different way than men do. And a lot of times men, they can find a way to just bounce, right? But women will give the man every possible chance before she finally decides to leave. And then when it's finally over, it's a lot harder on the woman sometimes because she gave every possible chance before leaving.
Jesse, she's a fucking train wreck.
I'm sure she is. All I'm saying is there's a reason that maybe she's not letting go so quick. And he can. Most men can move on very quick. Or even if they can't move on, they don't show it. Women show it.
Change the name. Move on. What the hell, man? Come on. All right, I'm going to move on from this story until we know what the actual... And she tags Joe Rogan and Ariel Helwani.
Yeah.
Joe Rogan's probably laughing his ass off like, yeah, okay.
Joe Rogan
Ariel
would
might
take
do
that. Joe Rogan would 100% have a deep conversation with her.
Mark my words. Joe Rogan, unless... I don't know.
Man,
unless she's going to say
I would put money that Joe Rogan would take that.
Listen, the MMA Oprah is not going to take it. No.
The MMA Oprah?
MMA Oprah's going to decline that one. I hope so. If he doesn't, I'm going to be really pissed.
Oh, my God.
I'm going to be really mad at you, Joe. Just move. Don't do it, Joe. Whatever you do. I know you're going to Spotify and yada, yada, yada. You're not the UFC game. But fucking A, man.
Oh, good.
Don't do it, Joe. Although you can come on our show. We'll make fun of you. All right.
Okay.
Let's move on here. The show is flying along, Jesse. Yeah. We have to get to the story of Dan Hardy. I mean, you got to give that to us. That's real interesting.
We'll get there. Actually, this one we already kind of talked about, so we could skip this if you want. But Darren Till explains why he believes Israel Adesanya would be an easier fight than Robert Whittaker. So, I mean, we already kind of discussed that he wants Adesanya still, but...
Yeah, he's lobbying for it, but go get surgery.
Yeah.
He's got a weird face.
Should we get the Platinum Princess on the MMA-Holes?
Yeah, you can tell the story here. Ariel's not going to take you, and Joe's not going to take you, but the MMA-Holes will.
We'll take her.
I don't want Joe to do it, but I want to take it. I would definitely take that.
100% I would take that.
I pretend I give a shit, and then guys can drop the "he touched me" donations while she's talking. That'd be great.
He touched me.
What happened? What happened next? He touched me. All right, let's do this. First of all, what's up with the hair? He looks like from Clockwork Orange.
He looks like a villain from 007.
All right, so let's talk about this. I think this is such a shit show of a story, and I have a very hard opinion on this. Hard as a rock, Jesse. So give us the story, and then I'll give you my mystical opinion.
Okay. The UFC is looking to investigate the Herb Dean-Dan Hardy incident at UFC Fight Island 3. For those of you guys who have not heard, Herb Dean may be one of the most respected referees in MMA today, but he's also susceptible to controversies once in a while. The veteran official got himself into one on Saturday during the preliminary fight between Francisco Trinaldo and Jay Herbert. Herbert was knocked down by Trinaldo with a hammer of an overhand left at 3 minutes and 36 second mark of round 3 and looked visibly out of it as soon as he landed on the canvas. But instead of calling a stop to the fight, Dean allowed the action to briefly continue, causing Herbert to take 4 clean shots before it was halted. The incident left commentators Dan Hardy and Paul Felder irate, with Hardy confronting Dean afterward. Both Dean and Hardy already released their sides of the story, but according to UFC Senior Vice President David Shaw, management will look into the matter.
What does that mean, by the way?
Well, here's what
Shaw
said. I hope
they look in the matter of what Dan Hardy did.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up. Here's what Shaw said. He said, here's the thing. Being a ref in MMA is one of the hardest roles that you can have, and Herb Dean is one of our best categorically. The bottom line is health and safety of the athletes is of a paramount importance. On the other side, you've got a guy like Hardy, who very successful MMA career and excellent analyst right now, but he's passionate and he's fiery.
By the way, he's coming back to fight again, right? The last 20 years he's coming back?
The important thing for us to do is to try and get a handle and try to get an understanding of what actually happened. Obviously, this is not something that you address with either one of the parties during the show. These guys have a job to do, and so we certainly don't want to disrupt their efforts to do an excellent job, as we expect they always will. So we'll go back, we'll check it out, try to get a better understanding of what happened, and really take it from there. Shaw adds that event officials like VP of Regulatory Affairs Mark Ratner are the only ones allowed to speak to referees during live events. He said, quote, "I guess the bottom line is there's one group of people that are able to talk to officials during the fight night, and that's Mark Ratner's regulatory group and no one else. So we'll see what happens next week when we get back to the office." Another time Dean was involved in a similar controversy was at UFC 235. Now, here's what Herb Dean had to say in response to the criticism over the controversial stoppage at UFC on ESPN 14. And if you scroll, there's another picture there. Herb Dean saw no issue with his stoppage in the clash between Francisco Trinaldo and Jay Herbert at UFC on ESPN 14, but he definitely has a problem with somebody cage side trying to tell him how to do his job. On the prelims from Abu Dhabi on Saturday night, we already know what happened. Afterwards, UFC color commentators Dan Hardy and Paul Felder admonished the referee for what they believed was a terrible decision on Dean's part to allow the fight to continue after Herbert took the initial punch that sent him crashing to the ground. Now Dean has responded while pointing out what he saw happening in front of him. This is what he said. "There's a fight that some people said could have been stopped earlier, think it was stopped late. By no means was that a late stoppage. Anyone who believes or not is maybe just following because someone with a microphone says it's a bad stoppage. But if you know anything about fighting, a fighter got hurt. Fighters get rocked all the time, but we're looking at his actions. He's tracking his opponent. He knows where his opponent is. He put both arms in between him and his opponent. He lifted his leg up, head off the mat. He's doing everything I can ask for him to do to stay in that fight. There wasn't a bad stoppage." While he defended his decision, Dean also took aim at the person sitting cage side who was shouting at him to stop the fight after Herbert took the shot from Trinaldo. Dean never addressed him by name, but a quick look at the replay shows Hardy standing up from his seat and shouting, "Stop the fight," at the referee. This is what Dean said. "During the match, someone yelled out, 'Stop the fight.' This is really interesting because there's only professionals there. There's not one fan in the building. Everybody has a job there. Everybody knows what their job is, and they have specific duties. I have a job to referee the fight. One of my duties is to stop the fight when the fighter's taken too much damage. There's two people who are authorized to advise me during that to maybe yell out those words, 'Stop the fight.' There's one, the physician. We have a ringside physician who knows more about the physical body than I do. He's there to give me advice. If he can't get my attention, maybe he might yell, 'Stop the fight.' Then there's the fighter's corner. They train with him. They know about him. They know more things about him than I do. They may know something I don't know, so that's why they give me some advice to stop the fight.
Herb's just schooling him right here.
Ultimately, to stop the fight is my decision." Dean went on to explain that having another person outside the cage shouting at him to stop the fight could adversely affect his ability to properly call an end to the contest, saying, quote, "I don't know who it was that did it, because I was looking at the fight, but I heard it. But I assumed that it was either the two people authorized to do it, the doctor or the corner. After the match, I followed up. I asked the physician. He goes, 'No, that fight was fine. I'm perfectly fine with everything you did in that match.' I didn't get the chance to ask his corners, but I asked the inspectors who were in charge of the corner. They said no, the corner did not yell out to stop the match."
Listen, I'm with Herb like a gazillion % right now. It's ridiculous. Dude, what did Dan Hardy say about this shit?
I have another one on that. Now, while still avoiding Hardy's name, Dean detailed why someone shouting at him during a fight is such an unprofessional precedent to set, especially in this situation when the entire arena is empty and the only people cage-side are officials working the event. He said, "This is a very dangerous thing to do. If you put on your Superman shirt and decide that you're the smartest person in the room, smarter than the physician, smarter than the corner who works with the guy, and smarter than the referee, you're doing a chance that you could bring in information that could do the fighter disservice. I'm looking at the match. I believe I'm getting information from the people qualified to do it. Under no circumstances, even as a referee, get up and yell and tell another referee to stop the match. If I were to do that, I would know it would be a situation where I couldn't live with myself otherwise. I know that there could be consequences that you'd never see me in that position again, but I would sleep well knowing that I did that." In the same video, Dean promised to go over a detailed version of the stoppage in the future, but right now he's mostly just angry that Hardy shouted "Stop the fight" while he was still refereeing the match, saying, "If you open your mouth and yell the word "stop the fight," it could easily be mistaken for people who are officially qualified to yell the "stop the fight." It should never be done. At the end of the fight, Hardy also confronted Dean as he was leaving the octagon.
This is the problem. This is the confronting is the problem.
Yeah. As he was leaving the octagon, and they shared a few words before separating. Following the event, UFC officials said they would be investigating the incident.
Yeah, okay. So that's where I have a problem. Because listen, when we're doing play-by-play too, there's sometimes in real time, we're not professionals. The analysts aren't fucking professionals. Yeah, Hardy's been in the cage. He was a UFC fighter. He did his thing. He was a badass, whatever. But when it comes down to it, these refs, this is their job. This is what they do for a living. And they're literally right there in the mix. You know, Herb Dean's one of the best in the game. He's made his mistakes. He's made plenty of mistakes. We've seen it over and over again. But when a commentator is yelling "stop the fight" or just into it, it happens. We do it. I'm sure they do it.
But
and
he's
if there's
a professional.
Yes, there's a crowd there, right? And you usually don't hear that stuff. Now they're in a setting. There's a pandemic. People fucking have masks on. There's social distancing. You could hear everything they're saying. That's going to become distracting. The icing on the cake is him confronting Herb Dean after the fight and yelling at him about that situation. That's where he looks like a fucking retard. Like Dan Hardy lost his shit.
Retard. I think what happened was Herb Dean was probably going to Hardy to say, "Listen, you can't do that. You cannot do that. You can put someone."
So he gets up and starts yelling at him?
Hardy?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know what Hardy was thinking.
Hardy looked like a fucking moron.
Yeah, Hardy was a fucking asshole that night. But and you know what sucks is I always held Dan Hardy on a pedestal. I always was like, oh, he's such a cool dude, and like I really liked the dude. And then for him to behave like this,
Herb was completely calm with him.
It really ruins your image of Dan Hardy. You know, it really ruins it. Because he acted like just a complete douchebag.
Listen, like I said before, and yes, Herb Dean was the ref for Askren and Lawler. Yes, he's had his mistakes, his mishaps, but for the most part, this guy has refed some of the biggest fights out there, and he's more on than off when it comes to Herb Dean. Let's be serious. A lot of these guys fuck up. A lot of these refs, they're human beings. It's going to happen.
But it wasn't even a fuck up. Even the
this
physicians
wasn't
said,
a fuck up, no.
Yeah, even the physicians and the corner said it was fine. It was a fine stoppage. It was totally okay.
I've always thought with Dan Hardy, I've always had this weird vibe with the guy. Like thinking like, I don't think I like him. He's very smart. When he breaks down fights, it's brilliant. A lot of things he says. He's a very knowledgeable guy. But he's got this attitude. And I brought this up years ago when we started this channel. I brought it up and I said, what is the deal with Dan Hardy? I don't know why. I just don't get it. Like there's something, he seems like a dick. And a bunch of people from the UK from the beginning were telling me, well, maybe it's just that personality. I'm from the US, he's from the UK. I just
like
don't get
a language barrier.
You know, maybe not a language barrier, but it's you know, it's just his bravado. You know, that's just how he is, and I just don't relate to it. This solidifies it. The guy's a fucking asshole. He's full of himself.
Yeah.
He's straight. He's saying he's doing this, and the reason why I'm saying he's full of himself, he's blatantly wrong in this situation. No apology, nothing, and he's going on and on. Do you have his statement?
Hold on. I gotta pull it up because I was gonna go into John McCarthy saying something about it. Hold on.
Yeah, Steve said it perfect. He's a smug prick. He is. He's a very smart guy. He was a good fighter. He's a prick. Let's be serious. He's a prick. And this Saturday just proves it. Now I'm curious what they're gonna do. I'm curious how they're gonna handle something like this. Listen, no one should lose their job or anything like that. But in a situation like this, you gotta be something's gotta happen.
Yeah, I don't have anything here on Dan Hardy speaking out about it.
If you go to his Instagram, hold on. Maybe his... Oh, wait. Platinum Princess. Let's see. Dan Hardy. You know, maybe he's a nice guy. I don't know, but I don't get that. It's just bizarre, man. Let's see. I think he made a statement or something.
He said... Oh, here we go. I love mixed martial arts. Sometimes it doesn't love me back, though, and that's all right. Regardless, I'll always do everything in my power to protect it and those dedicating themselves to it. Sometimes you may disagree with me, and that's all right as well. I'm always going to speak my mind, and it will always be backed by what I feel in my heart. If you understand what it takes to get in there, then you understand my passion and anger when I see a fighter left unprotected. It isn't the first time it's happened, and twice in a night. It's clear negligence, in my opinion. The referee's job is more important than any other person in that building. It is on their shoulders to protect fighters from getting seriously hurt when they are unable to protect themselves. You may just see UFC fighters in there, but I just see friends, teammates, sons, daughters, mothers, and fathers competing in the sport that they love.
If this guy is a teammate, which he fought out of Cage Warriors, right? So maybe Dan does know the guy. Okay, if this is a teammate, then you shouldn't be calling the fight. Let's be serious here. You're a little biased, no? And listen, the guy was hurt. The guy's eyes rolled back in his head, and we were laughing because, yeah, it did look like he kind of stiffened up.
What did you call him, palsy?
He looked like he had a little palsy in him going on there as he fell down. But there was, I mean, you could make an argument that maybe he was trying to defend himself. I don't fucking know. Listen, the guy got up. He was fine afterwards. He was fine. He was fucking fine. Like, he wasn't out cold. He was fucking... A little rigor mortis might have kicked in on the way down, but he was fine. A couple extra shots probably shouldn't have happened, but it is what it is. The guy's fine. What are we going to do? If he's your teammate or if he's a friend, you shouldn't be calling the fucking fights, you biased prick.
He says, when I make a mistake, I look stupid on live TV.
Yeah, you look stupid on Saturday.
When a referee makes a mistake, people are left vulnerable and can be seriously damaged. That can be life-changing.
Hold on. Let's slap some ass.
Like, oh my God.
Slap it with Ariel.
God. My God. My God.
You want to slap with me, Jesse?
Look at that butt.
Slap the ass with Ariel Helwani.
Butt. Oh my God.
D-Rest.
I am not the one.
What's going on? Thank you, D-Rest.
All right.
Thank you.
He said that can be life-changing, and we all have someone to go home that loves us and wants us back in one piece. Thank you for all of the kind words and messages I received. I am truly grateful. I'll see you all around. Outlaw.
Okay, yes. You know what would be funny? He has like this peaceful picture over here, but it would have been great if he put the post up with this picture. That would have been great. Like whatever he said over here next to this picture, that would have been great.
Here's my take on it. Whether you believe it was a late stoppage or not, who gives a fuck? My thing is, if Dan Hardy believed it was a late stoppage and he was screaming stop the fight, which he clearly is not supposed to do. He's a trained professional at this commentating, and he knows he's not supposed to be doing
during
that.
a pandemic.
Hold on, we got Sanusi.
Mofos are acting like Herb Dean is a Mario Yamasaki or Steve Mazzagatti.
It's not even close.
Many UK fighters are just meatheads. Sorry, not sorry. For middleweight, I agree with Cannonier being next. Problem is him and Bobby Knuckles are sidelined or must fight each other.
Yeah, I have to agree with the
so.
first part of that donation, Sanusi, and that's kind of where I'm getting at. I don't give a fuck if you think it was a late stoppage or not. I don't care. We all have our opinions. You can have your opinion. Good for you. Happy for you. What do you want me to do? Fucking pat you on the back? But at the end of the day, if you are on Dan Hardy's side, the thing that you should not be defending is the fact that he acted the complete opposite of a trained professional that night by getting up and yelling at Dan Hardy or at Herb Dean the way he did, and let alone interrupting a fight that he's not supposed to be interrupting because it could interfere with the fighters.
Hold on. Steve Sparks hit the nail on the head. He says, why wasn't the corner ranting and raving?
Exactly.
Right there. Highlight that and shove it up all your asses. The guy's defending Dan. If it was such a big deal, the corner would have went ballistic about his guy in bad shape. You know, like, the corner didn't say shit. So come on, man. Like, this
Even
is...
the physician said that the stoppage was fine. There was nothing wrong.
He acted like a moron. Let's be serious. We're just calling it as it is. I act like a moron every once in a while. Most of the time, I act like a moron 80% of my life. I'm a moron. And I admit it. I do stupid things. I say stupid things. In this situation, Dan Hardy acted like a fucking chimpanzee. That's what he acted like. He was just fucking ranting and raving. It's like, dude, enough. You got your attention. Stop it. You're embarrassing yourself. I don't understand why we're defending him. And he should have apologized for acting not professional. He's got a job. What is he doing? It's fucking crazy, man. Like, I don't get it. I really think he acted like a buffoon.
If he had something to say, he should have waited until after the event. He should have waited until after the event, and I don't know what his protocol would have been to talk to the referee about doing his job.
True. He could have went on social media and blasted Herb Dean.
Yeah, but
Fine.
to do it in the middle of the fucking event and start screaming at the referee, and then let alone screaming in the middle of the fight, which clearly disrupts the whole rhythm of the fight.
No,
it's a shitty thing to do.
Yeah, I mean, luckily, this dude's all right. Herbert was his name, right? He's all right. He looked pretty good for the most part. It looked like he was winning the fight.
He was fine. Physician said he was fine.
Completely fine. And the physician, remember this. The physician said he had no problem with how the fight went down and finished. The physician said 0 problems. This is a doctor.
Yep.
That's a doctor. This is a fucking
Idiot.
psychopath. Okay? This is a guy that just wants attention, apparently.
Now, I have more stuff on this.
We got to start Save the Show.
Big John McCarthy.
Hold on. Before you do that,
this.
we got to do Save the Show. Time is up over here. We got to put 5 on the clock. We'll talk about with John
Big
McCarthy?
John McCarthy.
I usually don't agree with John McCarthy, but this one, I think we're on the same page. Yeah. All right. We're going to do Save the Show. You know how it happens. You put a donation in, and whatever that donation is, we go that much longer, up to 2 hours. You can roll over to the next show. We'll see how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, Save the Show time. I would love to get phone calls on this story for sure. I mean, I'm sure people are fired up. They're defending Dan or they're defending Herb. I don't know.
Wonderful.
All right, see if anyone's going to be a hero. Give me the Herb Dean. I mean, the...
Stopping during a pandemic.
Hold on a second. We got Mario.
Apparently Hardy thought he was working 2 jobs that day. Commentator and ref. It wasn't his place to yell at the refs. Did DIAZ and Gary Banjo break up? They've been really emotional on the website lately.
I know.
You can cut the sexual tension between those two.
Oh, man. I have no idea what's going on with those
They're acting the stupid.
Anyway, we'll put 2 minutes on the clock. Thank you very much with the 5. The $2 donation and 5 minutes. 4 minutes and 16 seconds are left in the save.
So Big John McCarthy speaks on the controversial stoppage, saying Herb Dean was in a can't-win situation. According to MMA Fighting, the UFC's final foray to Fight Island went down on Saturday in the 3rd round of the preliminary bout. Of course, Ronaldo blasted Herbert. Herbert finally caused Dean to step in. The incident inspired immediate reaction from the commentators. And now another voice has weighed in. Big John McCarthy.
He's always prying in, man.
Yeah, he began refereeing.
But if anyone should, I guess he should talk about it, right?
Yeah, began reffing MMA at UFC 2 and functionally invented the job and helped mold its parameters. Currently, he works for Bellator MMA as a commentator, but he still hosts a training program for MMA judges and commentators. And on the most recent episode of his Weighing In podcast, he addresses Dean's stoppage. He said, quote,
by the way, I just want to address something real quick. Matt C says, can the judges hear the commentators now? If so, that needs a stopping, but I don't know.
I think they separated them, though.
They'll hear it. The judges hear it. They're sitting right by the cage, and the commentators are right there. Everyone hears what the commentators are saying. And us, when we used to do commentary for Triton fights, we were literally doing the play-by-play right by the judge, like right next to us. And I'm telling you right now, if you think that the judges aren't biased to what the commentators are saying, yes, that's a whole nother disaster for sure. Pervert time! Alex with the booby! Yeah, hey!
I can see your underwear. Put your boobies in the air. Fapping like I just don't care. Can I lick your pubic hair? Snap a picture, time to share. Choke my meat vision impaired. Filthy mind, I need a prayer. Pervert cameraman beware.
Pervert cameraman, show them tits.
Pervert cameraman.
$10 tip.
Pervert cameraman. The breasts are in the chat.
Pervert cameraman.
Show them breasts.
Boobies.
That is 12 minutes.
Don't let the boat sink. Save the show.
Hell yeah,
Boobies.
baby. Boobies. 12 more minutes. We're going to add 2 minutes left of the show. If you want to be a hero, drop a donation, and let's extend this thing.
Looks like you guys are getting a short show tonight. Sucks to be you.
Oh, no, Jesse. Don't say that. Don't say that.
Okay.
Have faith.
All right. So this is what McCarthy said. He said, Jay's really good, really talented, good movement, a nice smooth stand-up fighter, and he did well in the clinches and stuff. He was fighting really well, but Jay gets hit, and the shot that hits him goes off basically the top of his forehead, the top of his head, and you see him go stumble back and fall the way he did. It's like he got hit in the head with a hammer. And you know, as the referee, it's one of those, it's an oddity knockdown, not your norm, but when he falls, how did he fall? He fell going backwards, and was he still there? Doesn't look like it, but when Herb Dean sees him, he comes around and he sees him fall down like this, motioning straight back, and he sees him with his hands in a position to defend himself. So Herb is thinking Herbert can defend himself, and Trinaldo just stopped. Now Trinaldo stopped because he is a competitor, a sportsman, and felt like he's out. I shouldn't have to hit him again, but he has to continue on. So the fact that Trinaldo didn't immediately go after him makes it now where Herb really can't stop it in a way.
Uh-oh! Uh-oh! He touched me! Drop the Mike Perry's in the chat. Touch me. Pale Monkey. Come on, baby. Dance with Mike Perry. He touched me. What? Look at those moves. Go, Mike, go, dance.
He touched me.
Holy smokes.
Phuket, Nicole gave me my allowance. And it's gone.
And it's gone.
We're going 52 more minutes. Thank you to the pale one.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That was wonderful, wonderful. Holy shit. And a time has expired. What a donation coming in. 52 minutes?
54.
54 minutes.
One, two, 1, 2, 3, 4. John Jones, crash the show. 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 John Jones, crash the show.
Haven't played the lead guitar in a while. Wow. Titties.
Save the show. D-Rest still isn't the one.
All right. He still isn't the one. Thank you to the titties. I see another one coming in. We're going to let that one come through too. As that was a super chat before the buzzer. We'll just let it go over here.
Super chat.
Vladimir with the 20.
Save show.
All right. So, Jesse, how much time do we add on in this wonderful, wonderful experience?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay, we can do the math. We got Nagasaki, which was $2, right? What? 12, 52.
An hour 22.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. An hour and
Yes.
22 more minutes, friends. Yes, baby. Thank you for...
Is it 12? I might be off by 10. An hour 12, Moss.
Hold on. Let me see. I'm going to do this right.
Or is it 22? I
All
think
right.
it's 22.
Okay, so you have Sonosi. Hold on a second.
No, just do 54 plus
I got the donations right here.
50.
You got Nagasaki was the first donation. That was $2.
No, Moss. Stop. Go up to the last two donations and add 54 to it. 28. 54 plus 28. That's 122, right? An hour 22.
You sure? You don't want me to
I'm
do
good
it?
at math.
Okay. All right. Okay. Hour and 22 minutes onto the show. Hour 2. We're going to open up the phone lines. We'll be right back.
Hello, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
No way!
Drunk Savage. What's up, Jesse and Chris? It's Drunk Savage.
I can't believe you're calling right now. Drunk Savage, what's on your mind?
Not much.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I have a respect for everybody in the chat.
MMA-Holes.
Vlad's one of them. Kevin from Chicago. AMH, I mean the knitter.
I'm just enjoying this.
I can hear you.
Hi, this is Billy.
We have Sean Hart.
Hey there, what? What's up, man?
What's up, Pulse?
Oh, it's Justin Jr.
Fuck you, clone.
So Kainoda.
Gaylord.
RX.
Mark Rowe, Heavy Master Rowe, Indy Rust, Sean Man, Vigo, Big Bob, Basically Dragon White, Nick C, Vigo South, Crunchy Dong, Shannon Stewart, Rogelio, Ben Simmons, CC 2.0, Peter Phillies,
Jeremiah. Hey, Lee W. Michael Anzalone. MMA-Holes. Man, what a wonderful, wonderful community.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Oh, I feel it. I I feel good. I feel sexy. I feel swole. He said later slap nuts.
I like biting your shoulder.
I know. I had to go to the bathroom and wipe your face off my shoulder, too.
What?
Nah, that's all right. I still love you, Jesse. You're the best.
I spit on you.
Yeah.
That is from Oopooful. Oopooful. If Oopooful's still in the chat, thank you for that wonderful, wonderful phone line song. Some of the OGs calling in. And, yeah, we're going to open them up. We have a lot of things to talk about. We have a couple more stories to get to. An hour and 22 minutes is what is going to be on the clock. And it's going to be wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yes, yes, oh yes. All right, you got this Chimaev character that a lot of people are talking very highly about. They're saying that this guy is the real deal. You got the controversial encounter with Herb Dean and Dan Hardy. Had that happen. Talk about that. Bobby Knuckles, what's next for him? Darren Till. We got the old guys going at it. The card that happened. We had two geriatric fights. One was wonderful, wonderful, and one was sort of embarrassing, I guess you could say. As we back up on this. This fight's this Saturday. Yada, yada, yada. Go to past. Oh, it's voided. This is the last card on Fight Island. I'm not sure how long that's going to be until they go back. But good thing Darren Till still has his Hillary Clinton tattoo on his arm. At least that's there. At least he has that going for him. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's open up the phone lines at 516-522-0267.
Oh, yeah.
What do you want to hear, Jesse? What would you like to talk about?
I don't care.
You don't care?
Anything.
What do you mean you don't care?
I'll talk about anything.
Anything. Oh, all right, let's see who's number one.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what's on your mind?
Oh, my God. It's me, D-Rest.
D-Rest, what's up, man?
No, what's going on, brother?
You got to lower the background. We hear a lot of disturbance.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to disturb you and Jesse.
No, that would be terrible.
So what's with the I'm not the one? What does that mean?
Yeah, what is that?
I'm not the one who you've been looking for. You know me. I'm not the one to say.
You know, I was dancing, but Moss wasn't showing. I was dancing to your
singing.
That
was beautiful.
Going round and round. You're still dancing on your feet.
All right.
Beautiful.
That was really nice.
Right.
Beautiful, yes.
Right. Love you both.
Okay.
Love you, D-Rest.
Hey?
Yes. All right.
What is happening?
I think he's hitting the bottle today. I think he's having a good time. D-Rest. Make sure you smack the shit out of the likes. It's ridiculous. 433 watching and 93 likes. What the hell is that about?
716, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yo, it's Sonosi.
Sonosi, what's up, Sonosi?
Not much. Good evening. Got some grilled cheese steak sandwiches made today.
What do you mean, That sounds
grilled
good.
cheese is disgusting.
Oh, she's in...
Now you make it into a cheese melt style, is it?
Don't listen to her. She clearly does not understand what
No, here's the thing.
good food is.
Grilled cheese is all right, but when you're raised with parents who force feed you grilled cheese for lunch every day because it's the fastest and easiest thing to make.
I hate bologna sandwiches for that same reason.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, bologna. I can't. I had parents who tried to do things fast, easy, and cheap. And grilled cheese was one of them. I can't.
Now I'm spoiled. Anyway, the whole Herb Dean and Dan Hardy thing, honestly, as mentioned with the judges, I just think they need to find a way to, like, plexiglass or soundproof something, because I feel like it's getting to the point that it's causing too much chaos, especially when you have no crowd right now.
I agree.
You gotta find some kind of solution.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think it's... Listen, I think if it was a less professional setting, like, I understand people get passionate about fights, you know, especially if you're a fighter or if you're an avid sports fan, like, I get it. But you're a professional, you know? You're a trained professional. There's no reason you should be acting this way on live television. It's crazy.
And it surprised me considering the fact that I kind of like you, I kind of held Dan Hardy to a higher degree compared to he's barely had controversy as a commentator or anything. This is the first time I've ever seen him kind of go on a deep end worse than Bisping and any of the other ones, really.
Yeah, you would expect something like that from Bisping for sure.
Well, first time Bisping hasn't disappointed as a commentator.
Yeah. I didn't get to hear what the other announcers were saying. Did you hear the other two, what they were saying about this?
I heard Paul Felder was
I don't
irate.
think he said. I think they weren't really talking much on that. He kind of like stole the show, but this might just be a foggy memory of it.
Well, listen. I mean, in Games You Love is screaming in the chat. Very upset about this. Said Herb should do his job.
I heard
I
that.
just hope nothing gets punished for it. That's what I'm worried. Because if he gets punished for it, I'm saying I'm not gonna say boycott the UFC, but oh my God, is that? I mean, it kind of reminds me when they got rid of what's his name? They was Cut Man.
Oh, Stitch. Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah, he said when they got rid of him. So I don't want to see something like that happen to Herb Dean because they don't got that many credible MMA refs of that degree left.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. I think
I
it's
can't believe Mario Yamasaki can't ref in the UFC. I mean, he's still reffing according to Justin Jr. You know, how could they let him go?
I mean, Mel Zagatti got kicked out, but God, look what it took for him.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, that's how you get rid of a ref, right? Shouldn't those guys be back though, Jess? What do you think? If they're gonna kick out Herb Dean?
I don't know. You just cut me off.
What? I'm sorry. I was having a conversation. So, what were you gonna say?
Oh God, I don't remember anymore.
It mustn't have been that important.
It was.
All right. Anything else, Sonosi?
Oh yeah, just one last thing. The whole thing with Ensign versus Brunson. If Ensign wins, it's kind of a weird spot because I feel like most of the middleweights right now are pretty filled up, or if they've done something. I feel like, I mean, you have Romero about to face Hall. Bobby Knuckles just had a thing with Till, and you have Izzy going against Costa. It kind of feels, and Jackson, I feel like everyone in the top 10 have almost done everything this year. It feels like they're not going to be able to push anyone who wins this where are you going to put them.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen after Shabazian and Brunson, but I have a feeling that the UFC is going to really force feed us Shabazian if he wins. Brunson could spoil the party. He's done it before, so Brunson could be a problem.
Wild card.
Yeah, you never know with that guy. What do you think, Jess?
Why do you?
I like to call on Jessie in school.
I was grabbing a piece of gum, and then Moss tries to throw me into the bus any opportunity he can get.
All right, so see, Sonosi?
You need a third host for moments like these. That way you could toss to someone else.
Yeah, I could be like, hey, Jesse, what do you think? I'm chewing gum. Chris, leave me alone. I'm working on this piece of gum. Yeah. But, yeah, who knows what's going to happen. I'm excited to see what happens with Shabazian. I really am. I like this kid. So far, he hasn't disappointed.
If he wins, I think they should toss him Till.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good. Now, do you think that it would be a smart fight for a Darren Till?
Not quite. But he wants to keep his name out there, and he doesn't want to do a cross catch weight fight with Perry. I don't think he's going to be able to he had a good performance. Unless he gets anyone else in the top 5, I think he's going to have to start fighting downwards slightly just to keep himself active.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see how Till bounces back.
I mean, if the thing is tricky, there's in the next two, 3 events, everyone in the top in the middleweight has basically done their job. It really depends on who wins and loses. Because honestly, just because of his comments, I think it'd be funny if Till had to go against Romero.
Yeah, he was so fearful of fighting Yoel. Imagine they meet up. That would be, I don't know. I would not want to see Romero fight Till. I think that would be very problematic for Darren. I don't see that working very well for him.
So yeah, it really depends on who wins and who loses. Whoever loses off of, I think honestly right now, I think whoever loses off of Romero and Hall will be potentially what ropes Till in. Unless they want to get the winner of Brunson and the rope in, because you don't give them someone higher up in the food chain if one of them loses that fight on Saturday.
Yeah, Darren fought 2 guys that were welterweights. That's the thing, and one of them just happens to be a very good middleweight, and Robert Whittaker. But maybe, who knows? Maybe his soul was taken. Maybe this is a shell of what he was before Robert Whittaker. Darren hasn't faced one of the big boys.
No, I mean he survived Kelvin, but look what happened to him in the next fight after that. He got got murdered.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens.
It's kind of a weird spot. So yeah, that's all I really had for tonight. Figured if someone else get on. I know there's a lot of people that probably are trying to fight for phone line.
That's right. All right, Sonosi, thank you.
Yep, you have to go with.
That's Sonosi, the former Sonosi studio, but now it's the Solstice Studios. Mr. Henry Solstice has taken over, Jesse. But maybe one day Sonosi will be back on top. We'll find out very shortly. Got a couple of donations to play. COVINGTON! Oh, you filled out in no sack.
Messed up there.
At Pale Monkey, no more money for you. ATM is broke. City lives matter too.
Oh my God, he's cut off, Jesse. Nicole has just cut off his Pale.
Woo, go Nicole.
What do you mean?
Pimpan's strong.
What do you mean? Pale's been very supportive lately. I say go for it, Pale. Thank you, Nicole. That was really nice of you.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful. A couple more donations. What do we got here? Hold on. No, we got one more coming in. It's from a veteran of the show, Jesse. A Fortnite veteran as well. Just got to get Nicole out of here. Nicole, come on. Nicole, get out of here.
Moss, I think I'm going to get my tattoo kit from my parents' house. And
Shopping during a pandemic.
Okay. Conor H.
Whoever wins between Brunson and Emin will fight the winner of Romero versus Hall.
Okay.
That's a good one.
Oof. Imagine Edmund Shabazian
I like it a lot.
fights fucking, oh my God, Yoel Romero.
Remember? Yeah, I was going to say.
22 versus, how old is Yoel? Yoel is
41?
41 versus 22.
41.
Oh my God.
Was he 41 or 42? 41, I think.
Yeah, I think he's around 41. 41 versus 22.
I still think Shabazian would win.
Think about
against
that.
Romero.
Shabazian's a beast.
Yeah. 43?
Is he 43? Oh my goodness. 21-year difference.
Which one bet are we getting tonight? Oh!
All right, 516-522-0267. Give us a call. Talk to us. What's on your mind?
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Justin Jr.
What's up, Justin Jr.?
Nothing much. I wanted to talk on UFC Fight Night 174. I was deep into the whole Herb Dean situation, but you guys talked about that a lot, so I don't know if I'll really talk about it, but I agree with you guys. You know, I understand why Dan Hardy could have gotten mad because he knows what it's like to be stopped late or take unnecessary punishment. He was a UFC fighter as well, but on the other hand, you know, it could have provoked the corner, and, you know, I just thought it was wrong for Dan to do that. Like you guys said, he could have done it on social media and not yell, "Stop the fight."
Yeah.
You know, he's not a referee. He's not in the position. And then when he confronted him, you know, it was just bad for the UFC, a bad look. I won't talk too much about it. I know you guys talked a lot about that.
Okay.
You guys' thoughts?
No, we told everyone our thoughts. So I appreciate your thoughts. What else? You said you want to talk about the card?
Oh yeah, what a great card, man. I mean, main event, I could see why a couple people didn't like it or, you know, thought it was a meh fight like you did. But I thought it was a good technical match, you know, a lot of feinting and just a great fight overall. I won't give my boring breakdowns.
Listen, I mean,
main event.
okay, go ahead.
Old.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah. Go ahead. We're listening.
Yeah, that was funny a little, but
yeah, a little bit.
The two old men fighting, a great fight for Rogerio. I know RX picked Nogueira on purpose, and you know he almost had it really. He said Nogueira should have won. I think Hua won, and they got the decision right. Even the first two fights went the distance. I thought I picked Hua by KO round one, you know, because as much as Hua's chin is, you know, just dusty and old now, you know, Nogueira's chin's crumbled, and it's been gone for years. And, you know, Nogueira surprised me, and yeah, it would have been cool to see him get the decision and finally get a win on Hua, but, you know, the judges can't just offer Nogueira the win because they feel bad for the man. Right decision. And last thing, the Werdum fight, I think he's back on the sauce. The last thing I like to do is take away credit for a fighter's win, but, you know, he fought Alexi, he looked horrible, and just in a few months, yeah, he did push-ups, sit-ups, whatever, but, you know, he said this was his last fight in the UFC, and he'd back out, go to another promotion, maybe up where they don't really test. But yeah, I think he's on the juice. He looks great tonight. Good for him. And one last thing on the UFC's page, Lewis Olenek poster looks great, man. It's fire. I love it.
Lewis versus Olenek, you saying? What'd you say?
Have a good one.
You too.
I said the Lewis versus Olenek poster. It looks great on the UFC site. I know a lot of people don't like the posters. They say it's lackluster. It looks great.
All right, we're going to check it out now. Thank you, Justin, for the call.
Thank you.
He's so professional.
I like the way, I agree with every point he made tonight.
Yeah, he's on the money.
Sometimes Justin's not so on the money, and sometimes it's like, all right. Respect, Hinaldo.
For a 13-year-old.
You're spelling Olenek wrong.
Oh, how you spell his name? How you spell Olenek?
Ole.
O-L-E?
E-I-N.
I-N. Okay.
I-C-K.
For a 13-year-old boy, what the fuck? Look, I put Lewis versus Olenek, and this comes up. Look, check this out. that's Lewis Olenek. Anyway, the kid's smart. I mean, I've said that a million times. He's really smart. Agree or disagree? Smart kid. All right. I don't see a poster for it. Let's see.
Lewis versus Olenek.
Yeah. I'm just seeing Lewis Olenek. All right. Which one is he talking about? This one? There's two of them, but I'm assuming this is the one, right?
Justin.
This has got to be it. He likes this. What do you think?
Oh, Justin.
Looks like a sneaker poster.
Yeah, I don't know if I dig it. It's not bad. It's
different.
It looks like a video game poster.
Yeah, it's different. They're doing a lot of they're trying to switch it up.
Because people keep complaining about how shitty their posters are.
Wow, Nicole's daughter's 18 today. Happy birthday.
Whoop, whoop. Wait, what's her birthday?
That's crazy.
What's
18.
her name? What's her name, Nicole? Sing happy birthday to her.
You're going to dox her daughter? Yeah, I mean, I've seen worse. I've seen good ones, better ones, but I mean, it's kind of like in the middle for me. It's not terrible.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all right. Not bad. Okay, let's take some more calls. 516-522-0267. Call us up.
Wait,
say hello.
Angelise. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Angelise. Happy birthday to you. 210, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, Jesse.
Hi, Jose.
Oh, you sound better. How you doing?
Good, man. This card was kind of mediocre. Actually, the main event was good. It was a technical fight. Good win for Bobby Knuckles. Good to see him back in the winning column. But you know what, though? Like some of the other fights, man, like, let's be honest, man. The dinosaur fight, that shit was a little sad. I want to see both of them, and I don't even got to say the name. We all know who the dinosaur fight was. I mean, I want to see both of them retire. The fact that in the post fight, you know, Shogun was talking about he still wants to do 2-3 more fights. Honestly, I hope he's not fighting out of financial need. I hope he's just fighting because he's a fucking born fighter, and I hope his people will stop him. Because, man, he looked kind of fucked up in the post-fight. Like, I'm like, dude, I don't want to see a legend like Shogun keep getting fucking clobbered. And then Gustafsson...
Wait, hold on a second.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
Connor's coming in.
That dude sounds like Mexican Beavis and Butthead.
No, it's not Mexican. What are you talking about?
Yeah. And then Gustafsson going fucking being lazy, getting off his diet, going to heavyweight. He got his ass tapped. The only one that looked worse than him was fucking Gastelum.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. Not a good way to enter into the heavyweight division. Well, I don't know. It just didn't feel right. I kind of lost it for Gustafsson, man. I can't see anything exciting coming out of this guy anymore. I mean, I'll watch him fight, but I'm not very optimistic.
Yeah, and then on the Dan Hardy thing, I really do think though that I get Dan Hardy being passionate because he's a fighter. He knows what it's like to be down there getting your fucking head caved in. It's not a good feeling, but he has a job. He can't just be, talking shit to the ref. And then he goes and fucking doubles down and starts talking shit online instead of apologizing. Not on behalf of what he believes, but he should have just apologized on behalf of being part of the production crew, Because you can handle your fucking politics outside or man to man.
It's a little weird. You would think he would be a little embarrassed, I understand, like you said, I get where he's coming from, and especially if he knew the guy that it was happening to, maybe he was a little defensive, but at the same time, kind of explain yourself a little bit and maybe be a little apologetic. You do have a job. I mean, you're not a fan at a fight. You're a commentator, and I don't know. It just seemed bizarre how the whole thing went down.
Yeah. Why is he taking a shit on Herb Dean out of any ref? Come on, man. He's a good fucking ref. So yeah, I thought that was pretty shitty of him. I'm definitely looking forward to DC and Stipe. I was already saying that. And this Olenek fight with the Beast, with the Black Beast, with Derek Lewis, I think that'll be a good one.
That should be interesting, yeah.
But I don't know, man. Lately, though, all of these heavyweight fights where you would think somebody's going to get knocked out, they've been going the distance. I hope this one doesn't let us down.
Yeah, well, you know what Olenek's going to be doing. He's going to be dragging Lewis right down to the mat. He's not going to even be playing on the feet. I don't think he's going to want to dabble with the hands of the Beast. I love watching the Black Beast fight. He's bizarre. There are fights where it's just completely like, ugh, what is happening right now? And then boom, he knocks his opponent out. And then you got the Lewis and Ngannou fight. But I mean, I like watching the Black Beast fight. And Olenek looked great against Werdum. Really great. Jesse, what are you doing?
Yeah.
What was that? Could you explain what was happening there? Jesse went full bulldog for some reason. Yeah,
man. So I just got to give you guys credit, though. The new studio finally looks like the real deal. How do you guys feel? Is there anything else that we're going to be seeing coming up in the future?
Well, it's funny. What we're in right now is not even our studio. This is our dining room. But I did put a picture. Yeah, we have a green screen in our dining room. But I did put a picture. We're dying to get the hell out of here because we have internet problems with Cox Cable. I put a picture on our community section. We finally painted the wall in our future studio green. And I'm going to show it right now while we have Jose on the phone.
Jose.
Yeah.
Jesse, how do you feel about finally having the green screen on the wall?
I'm just glad the painting's over. I just didn't want to paint. I've been dreading it, so.
Yeah, it's finally up. It's nothing really much to show. But it's a little tease that we are actually pulling it together. We have the wall ready to roll, and this should give us more room to work with. We're literally back against the green screen right now, so hopefully we can get more space and do more fun stuff.
Well, you guys need to know that on behalf of everybody in the MMA world, if it wasn't for you guys and what you do, MMA would die.
That's right.
It would be over. You guys keep MMA alive. If it wasn't for you, Conor McGregor wouldn't have $1 million. God bless you.
Thank you, Jose. Appreciate that. Okay. He's right.
If it weren't for us, Conor McGregor wouldn't have $1 million.
There would be no Fight Island. Right, Jesse? There'd be no Contender Series. There'd be nothing. No champions. Nothing.
Yep.
There'd be nothing, Jesse. It would just be, there'd be Bellator.
516-522-0267. Maz, why isn't this behind my finger?
Because I don't want it there.
Why?
I could put it there, but it would take some work. Hold on. All right. Now do it. Boom.
516-522-0267.
That's right. Live from the dining room. We're going to try to move this thing up tomorrow. We're going to test our skills and see if we can get the internet popping. And we're going to try to do it from there maybe Wednesday. We got a lot of... I tell you what, the UFC is really pumping out a lot of events. I was looking at the calendar. You got this. You got the Contender Series. You have DC versus Stipe, which is a banging pay-per-view. And like Jose said, you got Lewis versus Olenek. Listen, Olenek can scrap. I mean, the guy still got it. He's in his 40s. And I thought the guy was going to retire a couple of fights back. Nope. Beat the shit out of Werdum. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. I don't know why the UFC website's not working. Apparently it don't. Calls, Jesse.
832, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hey, what's up, Jesse? It's Pulse.
What's up, Pulse?
Not too much. What's going on, Chris?
How you doing, Pulse?
Wonderful.
That's right. You know, I've never met Drunk Savage, but I got an idea of what he looks like.
Okay.
You ever seen the movie Office Space?
I have, many moons ago.
I have not.
You have not? Okay. Well, do you remember it, Chris?
Vaguely, yes. I know a lot of people love that movie. It's like a cult classic, but I'm not a huge... I never really worked in an office, so I couldn't relate.
Oh, okay. Well, there's a guy in there. He was on the Drew Carey show.
Okay.
But the character he played on that movie, the scene where old boy said something about a case of the Mondays.
Okay.
You remember that?
You remember his name?
I don't remember his name. He was Drew Carey's main friend on the show. I forget the guy's name. He's been on a lot of shit.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna search it.
Hey, right there.
Case of the Mondays. Okay.
Case of the Mondays.
All right. So this guy.
And
oh shit! I know this actor.
Do you think Drunk Savage looks like this? What?
Just because of that character, he goes. The way he talks is they're similar.
What?
He's like, I believe you should get your ass kicked talking like that. Case of the Mondays.
Oh, I did not envision
this.
this.
This actor's hilarious, though. By the way, I know exactly. Man, this guy's been in a ton of movies. Yeah, he actually. This is Drunk Savage, actually.
Yeah.
That's him.
Oh my god! Imagine if he looked like that.
He does, Jesse.
With the mullet and the whole nine.
Yep, the Fu Manchu.
Yeah, Steve Sparks. He was in the Beverly Hillbillies too. Yeah.
Yeah, this guy's a funny guy. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. That's funny.
Okay. No, regarding the fights this weekend, the main event, I don't know if I'm the only one that feels this way, but it was kind of boring to me.
You know, I'm with you. I understand why people say it was a technical fight, this and that, but after the first round, it seemed like it really dove, and maybe because Till's knee was hurt, but I was just like, okay. I mean, the co-main to me was way more exciting.
The gathering of old men?
Yeah, I was into that. Maybe because I was around their age. That's why. Maybe I could relate.
And then Chubby Gus, man. Damn, it's crazy to think that this is the guy that took John Jones to a split decision a few years back, ain't
he? Yep, same guy.
Man, so what's next for him? You think, how about this? How about Chubby Gus versus Fat John Vellante at heavyweight?
That's the caliber he needs right now. Yeah, I'm down with that.
If he can't beat Vellante, it's definitely over. He should hang it up.
Yeah, you know what? I'm in. Imagine he loses to Gian Vellante might be able to knock him out with his big pizza belly now. That'd be great.
I'm saying he was putting in work in that fight that he lost, his last fight. He was putting in work, and then he just got subbed out of nowhere. But I'm thinking, like, if he fought Gus and beat him, that's like his belt, because he'll never touch UFC gold. So that would be like basically his championship belt.
That's hilarious. That is so fucking
funny.
That
might be the greatest achievement out of Ray Longo's gym.
You know, Queasy B in the chat says Gus versus Tanner Boser. We haven't touched on him yet. How about that guy?
Yeah, that's the other thing I wanted to say. Everybody's talking about this Chechen guy with the cleft palate that's having the best Fight Island ever. What was his name?
Chimaev.
Chimaev. But no, that guy Tanner Boser, 2 knockout wins.
100%. That guy looks fucking... That guy's... He's the next big country. He's Big Country 2.0. I'm digging this dude.
You think when he starts to make a couple of these checks, he's going to get that tooth fixed?
I don't think he cares.
Or
with that haircut?
toe?
Yeah, I don't think he cares. I don't think he cares about anything.
What is it about Canadians? They always... I know the hockey players, they can lose their chiclets playing hockey, but like it seems like that's their thing, like the mullet and the one tooth missing in the front. That's like their signature.
I have 2 joints in the chat. Maybe he can answer that question. I don't know. I've only been to Montreal once, and that was it. So I don't have enough experience to answer that. Roberto Lopez says Tanner isn't that good. But listen, this guy came off his couch. He just finished a fight, And they just threw him right back in there and got business taken care of again against a bigger, fatter dude. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm impressed by him, and he is very similar to Big Country. His appearance, he's quick.
You know what's crazy though? Big Country, they said for years, at least Joe Rogan said that if Big Country got disciplined, he said that he felt he could, Roy Nelson that is, could cut to 85.
Oh,
he
wow.
lost all that belly.
Maybe. Yeah, he wasn't like a
huge. Well, this guy right here is smaller than Roy, but I don't even think if he cut to 205, he'd probably lose all of his power.
Maybe. He seems pretty fast at heavyweight. You know, he does look undersized, but at the same time, he does seem pretty fast, and he has power. So, I don't know. Maybe just keep him at pizza weight.
Yeah. Yeah. And, but yeah, all in all, this whole Fight Island experience, it was pretty good. I just wish they had that fight actually on the beach, man. How cool would that have been if they could have, like, somebody gets knocked out while like a whale cascades in the background.
A mermaid swims onto shore as they're celebrating.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they actually built a cage on the beach. Why build it and not use it?
For pictures. It's crazy, man. Like, I would have liked to see that too, but I mean, with that, I didn't even think about the weather over there being horrifically hot. And maybe they didn't think of that either. But yeah, I guess it's for photo ops. It did look cool, but what a waste. And now what are they going to do with the cage? Now no one's fighting there.
I get, what is that? They're going to turn the island back into a resort now or what? What do you think?
I guess so. I guess so.
Yeah, have you been watching any baseball lately?
I have been watching
the Mets won against the Red Sox today.
Big win. Big loss yesterday, big win today. Yeah. How's
do you see how they have behind home plate, they got like fake cutouts of people.
It's hilarious.
Isn't it great? And they dubbed in sound of an audience too.
That's the craziest thing ever, man. It's like,
what do you think?
I don't know. It's just weird.
If the UFC keeps going in this, I mean, I don't even miss the crowd right now. The way it's going, I'm loving the fights. It's fantastic. I mean, I wish we can go to these events and watch these things live. Do you think the UFC should go to fake crowd noise and they're pumping in like cheering?
The way that they're doing it in baseball, I actually don't mind it. It actually feels like a normal game.
Here's the thing. Baseball needs it because, let's be honest, as much as I like baseball, it's boring.
I disagree, man. I can sit there and watch it.
You need bells and whistles. The UFC has proven that they don't need it. They don't. We're watching these events, no problem.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I think baseball needs it and UFC doesn't.
Well, you know, did you hear? I don't know if you heard. Like 1/3 of the whole Miami Marlins team got Rona. So
yeah,
they're all talking about boycotting and not playing. So it's like without one team, it kind of messes the whole thing up. So they may even the NBA, they might have all came back a little bit too early.
Yeah, we heard that on the radio today, sports radio, that they all got sick. But
that's fucked up.
It kind of ruins the whole season. If you think about it, it does.
I don't know
ruin
what the plan is now. What is the freaking plan?
Yeah, maybe they'll just well, they can still adjust the roster without the Marlins, I guess. Theoretically, they could still do it.
What? You can't do that.
Well,
just forget them.
I mean,
they're sick.
Well, they can't play.
Yeah, they gotta shut the thing down until they figure out what the hell's going on.
So I would say maybe find a way to adjust the roster. I don't know. Adjust the roster without the Marlins.
Screw them.
Yeah, do a
hockey's
season.
coming up too. They're doing a tournament style with hockey. So far, all the guys are clear to go. So it seems like everyone's healthy. But when they start playing and the Rona starts spreading, what do? Steve
Jobs is on board with me.
Just cut the Marlins. Yeah, no one cares about the Marlins anyway.
Well, they can't play anyway, and for the safety of
they got a stupid logo.
For the safety of the other teams.
Their stupid fish logo. Get out of here. No one wants you there.
Marlins can't play for the season. Sorry. Sorry,
well,
guys.
I think what the NBA did is they put all the teams because it was whenever this plague hit, it was already like 40 games out of the season. So they just some of these guys are mathematically they wouldn't have made the playoffs anyway. So I think what they did is they took a collection of the teams that were still in it and they got them all playing in one giant bubble.
Yeah, I guess I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, did they start the NBA season yet?
I don't know. I don't watch NBA.
Oh, they did start it.
Baseball, football, and
I got to get back on board.
UFC and hockey.
Yeah, I'm so out of it right now. I just started, with the baseball, and I know the hockey tournament style playoffs is going to happen, and I would like to see what's going on with NBA. I want to see how these organizations, the UFC, no problems, zero problems. They're just smooth sailing. Well, no one's getting the Rona, and if you do, get the hell out of here.
They had to pull a lot of strings to get there, though. It's not like it was just smooth sailing.
The UFC's the best. They're the best.
What would you, and for everybody in the chat, what would you say was the best fight of Fight Island?
Ooh, fight?
In my opinion, it was either Gaethje versus Kukui or Josh Emmett versus that, what's the guy he fought?
Ooh, Emmett was a banger.
Yeah.
Fuck, that was a banger. What was the chick fight? Hold on a second.
Andrade versus Rose.
Yeah, Rose and Andrade. I would say
that one was awesome.
that fight was insane.
The best fight of Fight Island.
I go Rose and Andrade. That one sticks out the most.
There were
to
so
me.
many good fights.
Aldo Yan.
No, that was not the best fight of Fight Island.
Yeah. I like Rose and Andrade. I like that one. I like that one a lot.
For as long as it lasted, Ngannou versus Rosenstruck was kind of fun. That was like a real fight.
Yeah, I'm curious.
You know, most street fights, they only last like that long. Usually it's 1 or 2 punches and somebody's out of it.
I want Ngannou to come back so bad. Isn't Rosenstruck
Nog versus Shogun.
Nog? Oh yeah, Nog Shogun was great. I enjoyed it. It wasn't the best, but I agreed. I enjoyed it very much. I think because I expected less. That's why I enjoyed it so much.
Okay, and then finally, I gotta say, man, people gotta put respect on Fabricio Werdum's name, because you're talking about a guy who has a finished win over Fedor Emelianenko and a finish over Cain Velasquez, and he just beat Gus in the first round, and he hit Creepington's bitch ass with that boomerang. That guy's a legend in my book.
All right, fair enough. All right, thanks, Pulse. Appreciate it.
Later, guys.
All right, that's Pulse calling in. Listen,
It was nice to talk to him. We haven't talked to him in a while.
Werdum has done a lot in his career. It just sucks that he got nailed. It sucks. And it's just bizarre to me. I'm going to repeat what I said before. It's just really bizarre, and no one's talking about this. I have no idea. Only the MMA-Holes are dabbling into this subject, Jesse. Because we speak our mind. We speak the truth. And if you're not going to be testing in Abu Dhabi, and all of a sudden Werdum bounces back and looks like a fucking stud again, and then decides to say farewell to the UFC, the guy's on the juice. We all
Concur.
know. It's the truth, and good for you. You got away with it. Go to Bellator, beat the shit out of everyone over there, and if he wins a belt in Bellator in his 40s, you can say a lot of good things about the guy. You know? And when he beat Fedor, I'm sure he was on the juice then too. So I'm just going to throw that out there. All right. I'll take some more calls.
516-522-0267.
The vitamin juice.
Kevin Lee says, via Cavallo, Baskogar Werdum jump kicked Travis Brown.
That was great, by the way. That might have been one of the best things Verdum's ever done. You ever see that? Where he opened up the fight, came in like freaking Street Fighter style. Boom! The kick. Yeah.
I did not see that.
Oh, Jesse. Go check it on YouTube right now. It was the one of the best ways to start a fight. He should start every fight like that. Comes in. Man, games you love. Okay, man. We got it. You're on Dan Hart. Call up. I want games you love to call up.
No, so don't respond to him because he's been going mad like crazy in the chat. If you're so passionate about your opinion, then call in. Because if you're not going to call in, I don't respect your opinion in the chat.
Oof. She's going mean. 773, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
How y'all doing? I'm going to speed right through it so I get some phone calls in. Dan Hardy and Michael Bisping, the two most annoying commentators. What's up with these British guys and their annoying-ass, self-righteous attitudes? You saw this Dan Hardy with Matt Hughes. He was, like, scolding Matt Hughes for being a hunter. He got on this high horse. And, you know what? Dan Hardy, he reminds me of this dude who'd be out there in his in one of those Antifa crowds lighting a building on fire with his little red mohawk. He seems like one of those punk rock scumbags. I don't know why.
Yeah, listen, I understand what you're saying. Maybe you're articulating it in a way that might be a little offensive, but I get what you're saying. He does have a chip on his shoulder, and he kind of comes across like a
douchebag.
Now, Jess, you like Dan Hardy. You're a Dan Hardy fan. So what do you think now?
And it kind of goes back to what I was saying in the beginning. Like, I put Dan Hardy on a pedestal. I thought he was like the greatest thing that was ever invented in the world of MMA. I loved him.
Invented? What do you mean? He wasn't a test tube.
I thought he was awesome. I loved and I appreciated the way he broke down fights on YouTube and things like that. Like,
yes.
I appreciated everything about him. And then he does this. And it's like one of those things, it's kind of disheartening when
But this is not the only thing he's done, though.
No, but this was the nail in the coffin for me. It's one of those things where it's extremely disheartening when you really respect someone and they show like their hand here and there, but you just kind of blow it over, and then they do some stupid shit like this, and you're like, fuck, man. Like, how can you defend a guy like that? How can you defend that level of behavior?
Someone said in this picture that we have on our thumbnail that it looks like Pulp Fiction. Like that's Travolta and Sam Jackson.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, Kevin.
You know what? Paul Felder did it. He called out Herb Dean, and I thought he was correct. That was a bad stoppage. He did it in a professional manner, though, on the broadcast and then the post-fight interview. He did it in a professional manner. Dan Hardy was trying to like interrupt him in the middle of the event, just totally unprofessional. They shouldn't have got rid of Jimmy Smith. Jimmy Smith wouldn't have done that. He's a pro. Paul Felder, he's a pro. They're like the only two announcers I like. The rest of them are trash. Cormier, Cruz, I don't even know who else. Joe Rogan, they're all trash. But what are you going to do?
Yeah.
As far as the fights go, man, I don't remember Whittaker looking that sloppy. Do you remember him? Some of his punches, completely out of position, off balance, throwing these sloppy haymakers. Like, I remember when he was coming up, he hit these beautiful counter hooks and straight right hands. Like, I don't remember him looking this sloppy. He just looked sloppy against Till. And Till didn't look that good either. He was like coming in, totally telegraphing his punches with this big wind-up. You know how he does this big wind-up where he steps in to throw that left hand? Totally telegraphed. That's why Woodley caught him coming in. So overall, that fight, not impressive. I don't see them beating any of the top guys. I feel like they're both on the downside. I feel like they're going to get beat. Who else? Listen, Fabricio Werdum, if Anthony Smith can take down Gustafsson and submit him, then Fabricio Werdum can take down
That's a good point.
Gustafsson and submit him. If you look at John Jones, he took down Gustafsson and smashed him in 30 seconds. Like, I don't know, he just doesn't have no heart. He has no heart to get up. It's like a fish out of water. Once he hits the ground, just gets destroyed. So that's Gustafsson. I don't know. You don't have the heart anymore. Looked really bad. And as far as this Chimaev guy, Dana White's already saying he wants to get him another fight. Do you want to get him another fight, or do you want to get him another Candy Crush? Because if you want to find some Irish or Welsh dude with no wrestling ability, nobody wants to see that. We don't want to see him crush some dude from Ireland or anywhere that part of the world who can't wrestle to save their lives against some Chechen wrestling master, because we know what's going to happen. Put him in there with an American wrestler, and let's see in a competitive fight. Because what's Dana White doing? The Arabs in the Middle East, or they tell him to give this dude a Candy Crush, or what's going on here? I don't know what the deal is.
Well, listen, the guy looks promising, but yes, I do agree that he has fed fighters that are, the lambs to slaughter. I'm with you on that. But I think he does have some special tools that the way his bravado, the way he takes these people down and does destroy them, complete domination, that's what he's supposed to do, but he does it in a fashion that's so impressive that makes you wonder, can he compete with some of these top guys? So I like what they're doing with this guy. They're throwing him these easier fights, and see what they can make out of him. I think he can be someone that could be a problem. I really do. It would be interesting to see him fight a guy. Yeah, the guy, clearly he's a specimen. The guy, he's a physically strong guy. He's got a fantastic ground game. He's like Khabib, just bigger. It's unbelievable. And he's got the charisma, too, that they could market.
He's definitely got the talent. He's got the skill set, but we just got to be careful with hyping up these dudes, because we saw that with Johnny Walker. Even I was duped. I thought he was going to beat John Jones, and he got destroyed. But obviously, when you got his skill set, it tends to it lasts for the long haul. It usually makes championship material. That skill set.
That's the thing. It's not like he's a flashy striker. He's a guy that takes you down and mauls you, and that seems like that's the recipe for a championship. You know, that's a guy that you can, he can have longevity. He's just not this flashy guy that has to get that spectacular knockout, highlight reel knockout shit. He just brings you down and beats your face into the mat. It's something that they can really work with. And I think the UFC is going to do the right thing. They're going to move him up the right way, and he's going to be a problem at welterweight.
Yeah, I'd like to see him face someone like Court McGee next. Guy, I think that's a good matchup to see if he could, what would look like if he got his takedown stuff. Because as of right now, he's literally just diving in for takedowns and destroying these dudes. It's actually sad to watch. It's not even, people are getting all giddy watching him throw around this skinny Irish dude who obviously never wrestled in his life. So let's see what he can do against someone who wrestled. How about Sean Brady? Have you seen him fight? You ever heard of him?
Sounds familiar, but I can't recall. Who is he?
He's another good prospect who beat a Chechen. His last win was against a Chechen.
Okay.
So there's plenty of fighters out there from the test, but UFC just insists on giving these cans a crush. Not a good look, but I'll leave it to it. Take it easy.
What do you mean it's not a good look? They got to do that. You know, they're trying to build up these fighters. Listen, I can't say, hey, this guy's going to be a champion right away. A lot of people are like, oh, he's the guy. He's the guy. Look out, welterweight. New Khabib. He's here. Yeah, he's promising, but who did he beat? You know, give me a little bit something more. So let's wait and see him develop and blossom like a nice flower, right? Like Jesse. You know? Let him blossom like a Jesse. All right, keep on calling. We want to hear what everyone has to say. 516-522-0267. Wait, we got more than 11 likes. We got 111 likes. All the ones. Let's do it, Jesse. Let's beat him up. All right, we're going to take some more calls after the fist pumping. 511 watching. Hit the likes. It's a party on a Monday. Big MMA fan.
100 likes. Watching fights.
Fist so tight.
MMA-Holes. Pump the lights.
Pump, pump.
100 likes.
Let's go.
Watching fights.
Fist so tight.
MMA-Holes.
Pump the lights.
Pump, pump. 100 likes.
Come on, people.
Watching fights.
Pump the lights.
Fist so tight. MMA-Holes. Pump the lights.
Pump, pump. 100 likes.
Watching fights. Fist so tight. MMA-Holes.
Pump the lights.
Pump, pump.
Pump them up. Wake the fuck up. It's Monday night.
The dislikes can choke on a carrot.
Don't fall asleep. It's not time to fall asleep yet. We're having a party tonight. 36 minutes left on the clock. You ready for some more calls? You want to talk to the people?
Yeah, see?
What do you think so far? You think the call's been all right?
Yeah, maybe a little shorter, Moss.
All right, we'll cut them
Maybe
short.
we could shorten them a little bit.
We'll make them short then. Get your point in. Call up. What do you think about the fights? I want to hear the people that are defending Dan Hardy. That's what I want to hear. If you want to defend Dan Hardy, a lot of people are pretty much agreeing with us, you know, saying a little ridiculous how he acted.
Oh, it's the knitter.
The knitter.
The knitter. Hey, guys.
What's up, man?
Hey, Chris. Hey.
Hello.
What's up?
How's it
I'm
going?
happy. Mike had a good day.
Yeah, how was his first day at work?
It is. You go. You say it wasn't bad?
Nice.
No, different.
Very nice.
Yep.
Nice change of scenery for the Mike H. I'm happy that he found something.
So am I, thank heavens.
Yes. Now it's time to hit the bottle, right? Party. Sex.
He's getting tired.
Yeah. When he comes home, you rip his pants off and you take care of that man. You slap that peen around.
Shorts on. Shorts on, no pants.
Oh, okay. You take those shorts off and you fucking hit his balls like a speed bag when he walks in. Just rattle off those things. You know what I'm saying, Ann?
Yeah, I got you. All right.
All right.
You, Mike.
There you go, Mike. I got you, buddy. I got you, Mike. I'm looking out for you. All right. So what do you think? What'd you think of the fights this weekend?
Yeah, good. I had a good time even with the old farts fighting. Old farts.
The dinosaur fight? Yeah, what'd you think of that?
Yeah, I was like, arthritis.
Yeah, Nogueira's, it's time to go, buddy. But I tell you what, it was fun. I had a good time watching it.
Yeah, and he actually did not do that too bad, really.
Yeah.
He's up there. He's still fighting, which I think is great. Wonderful. Yeah, wonderful. But God,
Wonderful.
I did good on my picks too.
Did good on the goat, huh?
That was 790 points.
That's pretty good.
That was yeah. I didn't miss too many. I think what? Yeah.
Any other week, that would have been a win. 770 points, that would have been a win. But, I mean, this week, everyone was on fire. It was crazy.
Yeah, I kind of wanted to pick, I should have picked on the, like you guys said, he's probably back on the juice. Yeah, I can never pronounce his name right.
Werdum.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he was back on the juice.
You think
really
so? Huh?
Good.
Yeah, and maybe Gustafsson is just not that good, too. Maybe, who knows? Maybe he doesn't belong at heavyweight. What do you think? Gus said heavyweight.
You were kind of so fatty there. And the way he went down so fast and everything, I'm not sure. Maybe we should go, I don't know. Yeah.
Jess, what do you think?
Embarrassing.
What do I
shouldn't have picked him.
Heavyweight Gustafsson, Jess.
I already said I think he looked comfortable. Well, I already said this.
Well, we're talking to Ann.
Okay.
Maybe change your mind.
He looked comfortable at heavyweight, and I'm excited to see his future at heavyweight, but I'm a little worried at the same time because I wonder if maybe he's not as comfortable as he's portraying himself to be.
Well, he doesn't have to cut weight.
No, but
that's comfy.
He did take a pretty easy loss to Werdum. Steroids or not.
It's pretty bad, yeah. It wasn't a good look for him.
It was pretty bad.
It's almost as bad as that dog tattoo on his chest. What do you think's worse, his loss or that dog tattoo on his chest?
I don't know.
The fuck is that? Oh, man. He must have really liked that dog. It's on his chest forever. All right. Anything else, Ann?
Yeah. Just like, yeah, I don't know. You guys are just awesome. Love you guys. You just make MMA a lot better and watching the fights and everything in the show.
Aw, I just want to hug you. You're so cute.
Man. And you're going to make me cry.
Oh, yeah. Mike says you really helped him out a lot, too, when he wasn't working because, we were both down the dumps, especially him. You cheered him up a lot, so he really appreciates that.
Love you guys.
Listen, you guys do more for us than we could ever do for you guys. So the fact that you guys keep on popping in and showing up, it means the world to us. Now, you take his pants off right now.
We appreciate you guys. We joke around with you, I joke around a lot, but I like both of you the same. You know that.
That's right. It's all fun and games here.
But I like Jesse more.
Oh, you son of a...
That's
you know what,
right,
Ann?
Ann.
That's it. You're out of here, Ann. You're out of here.
I love you, Ann.
You're out of here.
ANH.
516-522-0267. Call the show. Thank you, Ann, for the call. Thank you, everyone, for joining in tonight on a wonderful, wonderful Monday night. And newsflash, games you love still says Dan Hardy was right. Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind? And goodbye. 516-522-0267. Let's talk, people. We got almost 500 people watching. Hello, 500. 472 to be exact. Thank you for joining us. We're discussing the UFC events upcoming post 818. You're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
It's Henry. Looking for that Takashi Sato Daniel Rodriguez fight, man. I really lost like a ass load of money. I picked Takashi Sato, but I foolishly didn't look at his record of those one-round knockouts. I kind of thought those were the cans to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
And I did it at under 1.5 rounds. That's how they get you. You know how he just kind of snapped that guy?
Yeah.
Or him do a little ball? Unfortunately, I can't put anything down on a BetDSI line, so I'm waiting for books to open up on it because I'm just going to dump on Sato. So that's a little bit down the line. We got to go past 252. I think it's back at Apex. I'm looking at Tapology real quick.
Yeah, it should be at Apex unless the COVID thing could be an issue. That's what they were talking about. Hopefully it's there. So we'll keep our fingers crossed.
So what do you think? Do you think that was a freak anomaly back then where you just got him in a ball or, just want your thoughts?
Man, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I think my mystical senses sometimes are off, sometimes they're on. I have no idea what to think anymore. I think this is the most unpredictable time to place wagers when it comes to this pandemic fighting stuff. Sometimes I get that itch and I'm like, oh, this is the guy. And so far we've been pretty on the money with our picks, but when they throw me for a loop, like Werdum, for instance, I mean, I honestly thought Gustafsson was going to win that fight, and then Werdum makes easy work. I don't know what to think during these pandemic times.
Well, anybody that was getting on top 10 goat milk should consider parlays, man, because that was pretty good.
100%.
I've found that binary parlays work pretty good. You don't have to take the whole card, but take them in pairs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, pairs, maybe some trios, and then pairs of pairs.
It's
you can
true.
Start racking up some serious dough.
There are guys that
yeah,
are...
I guess I'll be back for Sato.
All right.
Anyways, I got to hit the can. Okay,
go ahead, hit that can. Beat it. All right, that's Henry. He was shot out of a cannon. Yeah, parlays, I got to say, for the people that are on our Goat Milk Pick'em League, that's probably the best way for them to go because they do get a lot of these fights right. Even if they get the outcome wrong, I mean, they could parlay 3 fights and put together some nice money. So who knows? Maybe if you're looking to gamble, that's the way to go. I don't know.
Yeah, see?
I don't know. What are you going to do? We haven't really gambled much at all lately, right? When it comes to...
Yeah.
We haven't put money on anything.
It's probably smart.
Yeah.
I mean, we just moved across the country.
Yeah. We haven't really done it. How about you guys in the chat? Have you guys been putting your money where your mouth is when it comes to the fights? Let us know.
All right. 516-522-0267. Roberto Lopez says, I parlay like mad, but one wrong person in a parlay fucks you.
That's it. Yeah.
Pulse Reloaded. Walker is still a future champ. Fodder thinking NH likewise.
Do you think so, Jess? Walker a future champ?
Yes.
Interesting.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Yo, a bunch of assholes.
Whoa! He's alive!
Yo.
I left. One of the reasons was, this past 2 months, well, being honest, the past year has just really taken the absolute piss out of me, and I just don't want to feel it anymore. And, yeah.
I got
get
you.
the fuck out of here with that shit, Moss.
I'm just playing the piano, man. I'm trying to add to the dramatic effect of it. What have you been up to, man?
Yeah, I had this ability where I could just turn it all off and go completely numb, not feel anything. But, this past week I've been trying to do that, and yeah, I can't do it anymore.
Yeah.
I blame you motherfuckers for that one.
So are you
Assholes.
back? Do we have a triumphant return or what?
Yeah. Also, I first left. I was kind of a colossal dickbag to a certain individual, and I just hope that person knows how sorry I am for that one.
Is it one bed?
No. Fuck that motherfucker. That pussy bitch.
Oh, okay. I mean, Jess, you have any guesses?
Enough with that bullshit. Fucking, people saying Darren Till won that fight. Get the fuck out of here. No, he absolutely did not. What fight did you fucking watch? He could have fucking won if he fucking put his foot on the gas, then, did more. I mean, Whitaker was clearly the aggressor in that fucking fight. Landed more, threw more. What do you think?
I think people got wrapped up in that whole lead up. He was really funny and charismatic with his memes and stuff like that. I think people were really buying into it and wanted him to win. So when you want you guys to win, I mean, Jesse picked Till, but
he did really show up though. I mean, let's be real.
Do you think he was robbed?
No, I don't think it was robbed. I think Whitaker won, but I do I remember when we were calling the fight, I did say I could see if Till wins the decision. I did say that.
You clouded eyes.
No, I just feel, I feel that Till did show, especially being injured, he definitely showed up to the fight.
It was who dodged more punches in that fight, because that's what it turned into at the end. It was Matrix, bending over and, good head movement.
I could have really seen it go either way.
Yeah, who threw more leg kicks?
Yeah. Yeah, the leg was all chewed up. I think Robert Whitaker did what he had to do to get the dub. It wasn't, something that you're going to be raving about, but he did enough.
I don't know. Till could have won that fucking fight if he came with it more. That wasn't the same fucking Bobby Knuckles we've seen in the past. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm telling you, I'm going to go back to Romero. The second Romero fight. It seems like that is when things have changed.
No,
Not
Adesanya
Stop
killed
it.
him.
Yeah,
Adesanya took his soul
You
out
clearly-
of his body, held it in his hand, and last style bendered that shit into a whole other metamorphosis.
Okay. It was old Izzy. Drunk, what do you think?
I don't know, but if fucking that Till shows up to fight Izzy, fucking Adesanya's gonna fucking embarrass him.
Yeah, there's a reason why Adesanya's like, I still want to fight that guy. Because he knows he can beat him. Bad.
Yeah, he might fight him because, you know, he's known for fucking fighting guys coming off losses.
Jess, what do you think? It's the truth. He's not wrong.
I'm not delving into this.
Set her up.
But also, who's that fucking that welterweight guy? What everyone's talking about.
Shabazian? Oh no, you're talking about
the Russian dude. Whatever
the Russian
his
guy.
name is.
Chimaev.
Chimaev.
Chimaev. No, people, please, can we see him against like a top level opponent before you rest his balls on your chin? I mean, come on. Who the fuck did he beat?
They're a sucker for that beard, Drunk. That's what it is. Anyone that has a beard like this and has a good ground and pound, they're into it.
And you would think with a lip like that, you'd grow a mustache.
Rat lip, right?
Yeah, seriously.
So you're not sold on him, huh, Chimaev?
No, it's not that. It's just, come on, let's see him against some better ranked opponents. I mean, he called out fucking Damian Maia, and I like that fucking fight right there. That's the type of fight I want to see him against.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This kid, listen, he's very promising. He's a specimen, man. When he brings you down, you're in trouble. But like Drunk said, I mean, we haven't seen him fight anyone. A real legit fighter, you know? Anyone with a name, we have no idea what this kid could do. He has promise, though.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, he's like the fucking Johnny Walker of the fucking welterweight division right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Got a lot of hype behind him, but as soon as he fucking fights some top-ranked guys, we'll see.
The scary is his expertise. That Habib style, that is something that's like a recipe for championships. I mean, you see Usman, you see these guys with this wrestling background, the ground and pound. I mean, that is something that you can really get aboard. And if you jump on this guy's hype train, chances are he's going to do very well. If he's a flashy guy like Johnny Walker, that doesn't usually mean championship. So that's why people are jumping on this kid.
There was somebody on Twitter fucking asking who would win a fight between this guy and fucking COLBY. I'm like, are you fucking for real right now? COLBY would fucking absolutely smoke this guy. I don't care what anyone says.
I mean, you would have to go with COLBY, right? You would have to. He's fought more seasoned guys, but who knows with this kid? Maybe he's a freak. I don't know. I mean, I can't say he's going to beat all the big guys, but who knows?
Yeah, no, Paul's fuck you. I don't look anything like that.
Oh, who is it again? Case of the Mondays, please.
Do I still have it up? Hold on.
I'm way uglier than that guy.
There you are. There you are.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I should have had this up when you were talking.
And the fucking Mike Perry thing, I think him and Platinum Princess, this is the perfect opportunity to bring back the Jerry Springer show.
Oh my god.
Yeah, do you think
that
anyone
would be perfect for that shit?
Do you think anyone's going to bring her on their show to hear her side?
ARIEL probably will, because he likes that fucking type of drama. But Joe Rogan, I don't know why she even tagged him. He probably took that. I was like, bitch, I'm not bringing you on my fucking podcast. You fucking crazy.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it would work.
Oh, could you imagine 2-hour podcast with the Platinum Princess?
You know what though, ARIEL? I don't know if ARIEL would put her on either, because it seems like he's a little shook of Mike Perry. He wants to keep his relationship intact with Mike Perry, and if he drags her on, he might just completely bail on ARIEL interviews. Maybe Luke Thomas should do it.
I think Mike Perry already hates him, so.
I think Luke Thomas should do it. That'd be great.
Oh, Luke would be perfect, because everybody already hates him.
Yeah.
Or what's his name? Trent from Bloody Elbow.
Yeah, have them do it. That'd be great.
Yeah, because everybody already hates them, so it's like they're not going to lose out on nothing.
Yep, she's a character. I can only imagine. There is a part of me that has to hear what she has to say, though. But
same.
There's that soap opera side of me that needs to hear this dope say something.
I just want to see what it is, honestly. Like there's a.
You think he touched her?
Well, there's different forms of abuse. It's not always hitting. You know, it's not always physical. Sometimes it'd be emotional or verbal.
Maybe he dressed up as a woman.
Maybe he's a tranny behind closed doors.
Maybe he dressed up as a.
I heard from people who trained with him that she was very emotionally abusive towards him.
Really?
Used to
Yeah.
fucking, like tear him down and shit.
I could see that. She seemed very controlling in that relationship.
I don't know. It's
Take it
always
to
the
Jerry
woman who
Springer.
seems
They can
controlling.
bring on the fucking new chick and they can beat each other's ass.
Maybe we should get this community. What's her Twitter? Should we get the community to like go out there and just blast her on Twitter? And
No,
say,
don't
come on
blast
the
her.
MMA
No,
holes?
that's
no,
less-
come on the MMA holes.
No. So
This
what
would be
we
the-
should do is reach out to her, have our team reach out to her professionally
Nah.
and get her on.
No, it'd be hilarious.
If you have the community blast her, she might not come on.
go in the yeah.
You should have one of our marketers go in there and try, ask her to come on.
No, because she'll check it out, one of the shows, and be like, I'm not coming on this fucking show. No way. Yeah, she does. I'm bringing Jay Smoot back. Let him fucking destroy her.
Oh man, it would be. I don't know how long I could last in an interview with her though. She's really irritating. It'd be tough to pretend I actually care.
Last thing, I noticed this in bare knuckle. I was like, what's the point of walking out with a fucking face mask on? I mean, you're going to be in there for fucking 15 to 25 minutes. I mean, if you're going to get corona, you're going to get fucking corona. What's up with that shit?
I don't know. Bare knuckle is interesting because they actually had people there. Like they had a crowd, like 25% filled. So it kind of like seems like they didn't give a shit. Yet people were wearing masks. The whole thing made my want to scratch my head. I'm curious to see if everyone came out okay afterwards. Like did anyone get the coronavirus? Did anyone get tested after this? Is anyone sick? What's the deal? Because it seemed like they kind of were a little easy. Although, did you watch the face-offs at Bare Knuckle?
No.
The Feldman guy, he had the mask on. The two fighters had the mask on, and he made sure that
Shopping during a pandemic.
Hold on, we got Kainoto coming in.
This bitch wants to speak up. I love how she chooses the Ferrari and Mercedes of podcast shows to announce whatever that fuck she wants to announce. I say believe women and don't believe these 30 pictures. Drunk savage.
There you go, Kainoto. By the way, Kainoto, she didn't mention us. What are you talking about? It's weird. He's talking about Ferrari and Mercedes. She didn't mention us. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. But thank you for the donation. So so Feldman.
That was kind of like a.
What? What is it? This doesn't make any sense.
Like a side.
It's weird.
Side-handed.
So Feldman, if they lowered their mask, he made them put their mask back up. Like he was very serious about them keeping their mask on their face. So I don't understand. Like you.
I guess because the UFC is kind of receiving some hate about it, so maybe Feldman's just trying to cover his ass and make it look like they're actually trying to make an attempt here.
But he had guys test 5 days before the event. No one quarantined themselves.
I think he's just. I don't think he actually
He's like,
cares.
keep your mask on. No.
I think he's just doing it to make it look like he cares.
You think it's just for show?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can understand during the fucking face-off. You don't want to take any chances before the fucking fight. But, I mean, walking in, I'm like, come on. If you're going to get COVID, you're going to get COVID when you're there. I mean, it's not like there's a fucking special force field that's going to fucking block it from the fucking ring and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure people unfortunately got something from that because it didn't seem like the safest. We gotta talk to Caleb after that fight and see how they handled the whole situation. I'm curious.
Yeah, shame about Caleb, man.
Didn't look like himself, right? Am I wrong? I mean,
Yeah, he had a bad cut.
You think that's what it was, the cut?
Yeah, I think he had a bad cut. I think because he said he was very tired, and you could just tell, like talking to him, you could just feel the energy there was something missing. It wasn't the same Caleb that we were used to talking to.
Yeah, we gotta find out.
Yeah, and because lockdown, probably couldn't train as much as he wanted to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see. We got to reach out. I'm going to let a couple of days pass, let him. I don't want to, I hate slide into after a loss, too. I don't like to slide to the messages and be like, hey, buddy. Let him get over everything, and then we'll reach out, and hopefully everything's all right.
He posted a picture on his social media of himself saying he's healing up nicely and he's getting ready to get back in.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll bounce back. He'll be fine. Anyway, anything else, Drunk?
Yeah, finally. I want the goddamn Bane mask. from Batman. Seriously, walk around that. I'm sick of these cloth masks.
That would
I
be
just want to
cool.
walk around that fucking Bane mask.
What are you drinking tonight, drunk?
Tonight I switched it up. I'm doing vodka, Grey Goose.
Oh, that's
Wow.
actually. Ooh, Grey Goose
Getting
vodka.
a little fancy.
Are you doing it straight, or are you mixing it up with anything?
No, I do it straight these days.
Oh.
I haven't mixed alcohol in about a couple of years.
Okay.
Got rid of soda altogether, so you know.
So how you doing right now? Are you any better? Is like a little time off, did it help at all? Or
like I said, I couldn't achieve that. What I thought I need, so it's whatever.
Listen,
I'm back.
you got a home here. Don't worry about it. You got a home with the MMA-Holes, and listen, we're glad that you're back in business over here. And anytime you need space or need to take a little break, take that break. We're all going to be busting balls and having fun and waiting for you when you get back. All right?
Yeah, thanks.
What are you wearing?
Love you guys.
What are you wearing right now, drunk?
A thong.
Ooh.
Cheetah print.
Yes. All right. I put that right in the spank bank. Thank you, drunk. Appreciate it.
All right. Later, Slapnuts.
Later, slap nuts.
There's Drunk Savage. Everyone say, welcome back, Drunk Savage. Everyone in the chat, 500 or 480 watching. Drunk Savage, moderator extraordinaire. I can't talk tonight, man. I don't know what's going on.
I want to go hunt for scorpions.
Yeah, we've been seeing some scorpions in the backyard.
It's so fun. We go out there with a black light every night and we see how many scorpions are out. Last night there were 3. Tonight I bet there's more because it's later.
Freaking scorpions. So look, they're all saying, welcome back to Drunk Savage.
Wonderful.
So it's good to hear Drunk is doing all right. And we'll move on. Take some more phone calls. 516-522-0267. Call us up. I'd love to hear your beautiful voices tonight. This transition doesn't want to work the way I want it to work. Why, Jess?
I don't know, Moss. Oh, Nicole Wilson placed a sticker order.
A sticker order?
Let's
Yeah,
go,
baby.
Let's go, baby!
That's awesome.
Wonderful.
Unknown caller, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Jesse, did you just say Adesanya took Whitaker's soul?
Yes.
How could you possibly say that after the wars he's had with Romero, all the knockout loss he had to Wonderboy Thompson,
Yeah.
all the wars he's had at the UFC, and you think it was Adesanya that did it?
I think.
Meanwhile,
I think those wars picked him
octagon.
apart. I think those wars that you're talking about picked him apart. But I think who took his soul is Adesanya.
No. Wrong.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I think it's ridiculous that you're not giving Adesanya enough credit.
Dude, do you see what Yo Romero did to him?
Yes.
Knocked him out twice
Yeah,
in that fight, in that second fight.
Think of Robert Whitaker like a flower, right? And Yoel Romero picked off the petals of the flower. And Adesanya took the flower and crumpled it up and shoved it in his mouth and chewed that shit until there was nothing left.
No, that's not what happened. You're totally overplaying Adesanya's hand. He came in at the right exact time where the division sucks. When Weidman and Rockhold got destroyed by Romero, and pretty much the division is shit, and he picked off a 50-year-old Anderson Silva and Derek Brunson, and you think he's like the greatest fighter of all time in a division that's garbage. A freaking welterweight came up and ran the division. Whitaker, Kelvin Gastelum, a 5'9" welterweight, came up and got a title shot and beat some of the top contenders in the division. It's a garbage division. That's why.
Shopping during a pandemic.
Hold on. Drunk Savage is coming in.
Forgot to ask how was the pie, JBH? Ha ha ha.
It smelled like spoiled milk after about 5 minutes after the
Ew.
show. It smelled horrible. Like I just wanted to go shower it off. It smelled so bad, like dried milk.
No.
It was gross.
That's pretty gross.
Yeah, it was. I don't think I'll
You better
be doing
believe
that.
it.
So, yeah. So, what do you think, Jess? What Kevin said over there? Do you have any
Kevin,
retaliation?
you don't know what you're talking about. Hang up the phone, Kevin. Hang up the phone.
All right, we hung up on him. So there you go. So you disagree. You're saying Adesanya. Listen, Izzy, he has impressed me. When he beat Whitaker, I definitely said there's nothing much I could say. The performance was really weird, and in hindsight, I do believe that Romero's fight definitely changed the trajectory of the Bobby Knuckles career, and Adesanya capitalized on it. And the Darren Till fight, it's I don't know, it was a little too close to for my Bobby Knuckles liking, Jesse.
Yeah.
It doesn't. I don't know what's going on with the guy, but who cares?
Good night, Nicole. You are
wonderful.
516-522-0267. Give us a call. We have 8 minutes left in the show, and let us know what you think about anything. I don't know. Talk about it, whatever the hell you want. We'll be back again when, Jesse?
Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Time for TGIW.
W. We also, Jesus, we got Fuko Friday back in action. I think, is Bellator this Friday? I know Bellator is back in business.
805, you're live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
Hello, my name's Scotty. I go by Amid in the chat at the call. How you guys doing?
Quite wonderful. What do you go by in the chat?
Amid, A-M-I-D.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
type too much.
All right.
So I've been around for a while, actually, since before Jesse was on the show. Like, you would Skype Mosh.
Oh.
Wow.
OG.
I'll keep this short and sweet. All right. So this might be nothing, but Brett Okamoto was interviewing Dana White today. Did either of you see that?
No, I didn't.
On ESPN.
Oh, I wanted to see that. Yeah, what was it about?
Yeah, it was actually interesting. So they talked about a lot of stuff, mainly Fight Island and the Apex fights happening. But there's one thing that I found out, or that I got from it. I haven't heard anyone talk about it though. But Dana White confirmed that he already has Davison Figueiredo's next title shot to the flyweight belt already ready to be booked against a certain opponent, right?
Is it Cody?
And Okamoto then asked, about Cody Garbrandt, because Cody's the one to go down. If you actually remember, Cody was wanting to fight Demetrius Johnson when he was the champion. TJ then stole the idea. TJ beat him, then went down, and that didn't go well for him, EPO and everything. But anyways, my point is, Okamoto asked him, he's like, are we ever going to see Cody go down possibly, right? And he says, anything's possible. And he's smiling the whole time he asked him the question. The whole Dana White, anything is possible, anything can happen, or whatever he said. So, and his face turned all pink and stuff. So I was looking at the rankings, as I do, and I can't think of a single person who is already possibly right in the title picture in the rankings for flyweight. There's not really anyone there, right? I don't know. I think Cody's next for the title shot.
I totally forgot. I did hear about Garbrandt being thrown in the mix, and yeah, he did say that he wanted to dabble into something like that. I think that would be a banging fight.
I don't like it.
I think that's the only possible fight. Let's see. There's Alex Perez on a win streak. There's Alex Perez. He looked good against Cormier with the leg kick and everything like that, but I don't see him being sellable or beginning his shot next.
But what about Moreno?
Moreno? Well, he's lost a lot. That's the thing. They could throw that in there, but actually, that's possible, but I don't know.
That seems like the guy. If they're going to keep it within flyweight, it seems like a no-brainer to throw Moreno at him. But I do like Cody Garbrandt a lot in that fight.
Yeah, and I don't know, Dana's reaction to the question, it seemed like he was very excited about it, and that's just a big fight right there. And just to think about that matchup, it seems like any big guy who is in flyweight just makes the whole division look like shit almost. Anyone with power. Figueiredo is 5'5", big reach advantage. He's huge, cuts from something big. Cody is 5'8", and he could easily be fighting at featherweight. I don't know. I think that's the next one, because if it's already decided, right? And he brought that up out of nowhere. I don't even think Okamoto asked him, do you have the next opponent? He just brought it up out of nowhere. So I think that's next.
All right.
I don't know. Do you guys have any other thoughts about that? I just have one other thing to say, though.
All right, man. Yeah, we'll talk about it now. Appreciate the call. Thanks. All right.
I don't like it.
You don't like it, huh?
I don't like like Garbrandt. No, I don't like it.
Would you rather see Moreno? Now, all right, Garbrandt.
I think I would rather see Moreno.
This is why I like it. So Garbrandt, when he lost his belt, he lost it to a TJ Dillashaw. He lost 2 fights to TJ Dillashaw. The guy got popped for steroids. Then he loses to a Pedro Munoz, another guy that was accused of taking some sort of supplements or whatever.
Figueroa would just destroy Garbrandt, I think.
So if you think about Garbrandt losing his belt, okay, first of all, he should have never lost his belt to TJ in the first place because TJ was already cheating. So it's a weird situation with Cody Garbrandt. He comes back
Garbrandt
finally
would
after
have lost it anyways without the steroids.
Hey, everyone eventually loses it somehow. You know, most fighters at least lose it unless you're Habib or John Jones. But Garbrandt, if it wasn't for TJ Dillashaw, he still could have been up top defending that belt. TJ took his soul twice, and then TJ was suspended for, 2 years? So if you look at Cody Garbrandt, now he has that long break. He comes back, knocks Sun Xiao out like cold, crazy, cocks back for boom, takes him out. Why not? He would deserve a title shot more than a guy like Jose Aldo, who came off a loss. 100% he would.
If the Pedro Munoz fight never happened, I could see your point. But seeing that Pedro Munoz could even destroy Garbrandt like that, and after seeing the striking and the level of skill in Figueiredo in his last fight, there's just no chance in hell Garbrandt makes it past Figueiredo. And honestly, it's not. I don't know. Like
I'm not saying he would win. I mean,
it's just not. I don't like the fight. I would honestly rather see Moreno.
Really?
Fight Figueiredo.
It's interesting to me. And what if Garbrandt can stay at flyweight? Like, what if he could actually maintain that weight and stay there? So say he beats Figueiredo, and now you have Cody Garbrandt as the champion of flyweight. It makes it crazy.
Yeah, I don't think he would stay there. I think he would win the belt, maybe defend it once or twice, and then bounce back up. I don't think he would stay there.
All right, let's see what the chat says. It's an interesting conversation. Flyweight, say what you will, Figueiredo being the champion makes it more interesting to me as is. So if he defends it against Figueiredo, it's not terrible, but it just makes it interesting.
Steve says GSP the GOAT. Oh, come on, JBH, it was a fluke. Pedro Munoz knocking out Garbrandt was not a fluke. Don't agree with you. That's okay. That's perfectly okay. Ruben Rivera says Cody be nice for star power, but Moreno's more deserving. I agree. Kevin from Chicago, you don't think Garbrandt can beat Fig? That's crazy. No, I don't. Rogelio says, Fook, you flyweight. Michael Cox, Cody already has no chin. He would get knocked out by a feather, a lower weight.
The matchup is intriguing to me. It's intriguing. Like, I would love to see these two fucking guys. Like, it would be fire. There's no way the fight would suck. There's no way.
All right. Everyone's
the pace that Figueiredo brings, and Cody Garbrandt after a big knockout. I mean, I'm not a big Cody Garbrandt fan, but I can't discredit what he's done on the way to the title fight and then win the belt, and what he did to Dominic Cruz. I mean, he just basically showboated and made him look stupid. Cody Garbrandt had such an impressive run as a champion, and how he lost the belt, it would be interesting. Like, to get back up to that bantamweight belt, he's got a bunch of guys to jump now. He's got a whole bunch. He's got the Aljo. He got Peter Yan. He's got what's his name, Moraes. Like, he's got all these guys to play around with. You know, like it would be a more difficult path to that belt. In this one here, a flyweight division that has a new champion. That's not really established right now. And you got a kid like Moreno that does deserve the shot. But other than that, no one gives a fuck about anything else there. You throw Cody Garbrandt in the mix. He's not holding up bantamweight by going down.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
Man.
Sorry.
All right. Fair enough.
All right.
516-522-02.
10 seconds left.
All right.
What are you doing?
I was going to take one more.
No.
I was going to take one more call.
What the fuck?
Remember this moment. Jesse says, no.
We have 10 seconds left.
No.
And he's going to take another 5-minute call.
I was going to make it quick. Anyway, thank you guys and gals for joining us tonight on the MMA-Holes Hour. Every Monday night we do this. We had a nice little turnout tonight, so I appreciate all the company. If you haven't subscribed, well, I guess you're a Gaylord. I don't know what to say. I mean, we made a lot of new friends in our last stream. Appreciate the support. I mean, we're cruising right now. We are. Why does it say 36,900? Oh, I got to change this. That's why, Jesse.
What?
So every time I change the scene, I have to change the goal. Ever since it's a whole thing. So I got to change this to 38,000, right? 200. So I got to change in every freaking scene. I forgot I had to do that. All right. So then we'll let the dragons loose then. Anyway, I'm sorry. That was just something I usually do after the show and forgot to do, or before the show.
I don't know.
All right, Jesse, you have any final words to the people?
Don't forget to tune in on Wednesday night for TGIW at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We will also be live on Friday for Full Off Friday, and we'll check if there's Bellator, so we'll let you know. But Wednesday night, we'll be live again. Make sure you're subscribed, hit the notification bell, and as always, don't be an a-hole, be an MMA hole.